Hey, I tell you what I'm gonna give you, snakes. I'm gonna give you to the count of 10 to get your ugly, yellow, no-good keister off my property before I pump your guts full of lead.
All right, Johnny, I'm sorry. I'm going.
1, 2, 10.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Yo, why is your pussy so weird looking?
Yeah, why not? All right.
Rip.
Hi, everybody. Welcome in.
Hi, Snips.
Hi. Allie, congratulations on getting first.
Eat shit, DK! I'm sorry, DK, I love you. I just gotta do it.
Oh, man. How's everybody doing? Mr. D, welcome in. FJ, welcome in. Wimp, hello. Welcome. Me. Congrats on getting
Me. Congrats on getting first. Me.
Oh, man. Too good. No, DK, you can't do that walk away like that. Hunter, welcome in. Hello. There's a super cool podcast here. There is. I mean, I don't know. We'll define cool. I mean, I like to think we're pretty cool.
I Sniff,
What?
the art that I sent you lives in my iPad, and realistically, I cannot call myself cool knowing that is something I've created.
I don't. Wait, no, hold on. Actually, I think, no, well, I think it's actually beautiful art, and I can't wait to share with everyone when it's ready. So that's all I'm gonna say. Oh, that's all. That's that on that.
Yeah.
Hope we're all well. I am doing phenomenal. I hope you're doing well. Happy Monday, part 2, everybody. For everyone that doesn't know our special guest today, let me introduce you all to the glorious, the beautiful Idiot Fringe.
Hello, everyone. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see the picture move on the screen. I freaked out for a sec.
Oh, no.
Good.
The stream's got a little delay on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, pleasure. Thank you for signing up.
Yeah, no, thank you for signing up. This is super exciting.
Yeah.
Go look in a mirror. That's
All
how I
right.
define cool. Stop. Everybody coming in here being all flirty and shit. Ren,
Where's your
hello.
wife? I want to be flirty.
She went to go have dinner with her mom. So,
We're gonna have to pause chat for like 2 seconds.
Yep.
Ren just came into chat.
Yep.
Thank
Do
you.
your thing.
Ren. Cutie pie. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Sorry, that everything has to stop while I do that.
Yeah.
That's my apologies.
As is tradition.
As is tradition.
I understand.
I keep trying to find ways to include you in the greeting. Oh, Ren, when we find out something organically, you better believe I'm gonna make. We need to make it longer than Allie's, and
Ew,
it'll be
why?
like-
No, you're
Yeah.
trying to take away my special thing with Red?
Yes.
That's fine. I'll just have a special thing with your wife, bitch.
Gigi Pop.
Whoa.
Hello. Pete doesn't want to be flirty. What am I even? No, wait. I never said that I didn't want to be flirty. Don't.
No,
get
he
me
does
twisted.
want to be flirty.
I love
He does
being-
want to be flirty.
I love being
Well,
flirty.
You're not flirting
no.
with-
No one gets
Whoa,
to be
Allie.
upset. No one gets to be upset that I hit on Sniff's wife because I have her number and she also gives it right back to me.
She
And
does.
we do it in front of him, and I make Sniff be the middleman sometimes. I'll be like, go tell your wife how much I love her. And then he does it because I get a text from her saying she loves me too. That's how you know you've won in life.
Yeah. Yeah. In everyone's thinking I'm the one creating the harem. It's not true. It's Allie. Allie's the one creating the harem.
It's a
Creating the harem.
harem.
It's a harem.
It's a harem because it's my friends' wives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Vidya, don't get married.
Yeah, I guess.
Holy shit. The more people who love your wife, the better, right? That's how marriage works. Yeah, exactly.
That is how it works. It is, yes, correct.
That is 100% right. Because that means that's more people that pays into the mortgage, which means I get to pay less.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's my
Good
threat.
idea.
Anytime somebody's like, I'm going to steal your wife, and I'm like, all right, cool. You get to take on a mortgage. Have fun.
I don't think you understand. I would love to have a mortgage right now because rent is so expensive where I live.
Yeah. I bet. No, I know. I think because there was like a conversation talking about your, about like property value within your province, and I was just like, that is astronomical.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Owning a house in this economy. It's the one good thing COVID-19 ever did for me. Is it rocked interest rates to rock bottom that allowed me to be able to buy a house. That is truly it.
Damn.
Vidya, I don't know you that well. Are you American?
I am apostrophe American. That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just had to
apostrophe.
check. I had to
Yeah.
double check.
Are you part of our hat? Canada?
I am on the hat. I am
Okay.
not the 51st state, correct.
No.
She's
None of that.
She's part of the 51.
I'll kill you.
That's a great
I'll
51.
kill you. I know where you live.
The great unexplored north of the United States.
Even Ren is horrified.
Yeah. See? You offended Ren.
Oh man. You know what? I'll say anything for the reaction. You know me.
Yeah, that's true.
I have no shame.
Also true. You do have no shame.
That's also not
That's
true.
why you're a Souls player.
That's why I'm a Souls player. I have no shame.
It's true. You can't have shame if you play those games. It doesn't work.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
Speaking of some Souls games, do we want to kind of make that as our shift into today's topic? Because I think
Sure.
we've got a fair amount of. We've got some folks in here that also can relate to the game. Wait, she can't kill you. She'll be deported for. Oh man.
No. I won't be deported first. I'll be deported after the fact.
Yeah.
That means his wife will be single.
Yes, but you will be deported to the wrong country by mistake. That seems to be happening a lot.
Oh god, that's so true.
Woof. Yeah.
So it's not so great, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, I would end up at an all males El Salvadorian prison, so that's the benefit, right?
Leaning my head against a cold window, staring out the pouring rain, wondering aloud when your auto-tuner team will return from the war. When I figure out when I actually take time to actually look at my audio setup. But don't worry, Ren, it will come back. I paid money to be able to use that bot. I gotta have it.
Deported to France. I see here in chat.
But our lovely topic of the day today is we're talking Elden Ring, and we're talking Elden Ring specifically because Vidiot has has just finished his very first playthrough of it. So
Oh my god, congrats! Did you do DLC
Thank you very
too?
much. I did. Yeah, it was altogether 28 streams.
That's actually
And
not
long
that bad.
streams. Oh, I was going like 8 hours a day. It was I
Oh,
was
that's a full time
burned out.
job.
it's a massive.
Yeah,
it's a massive game.
it might be
No.
too big.
I agree.
Um,
I think it actually might be too big. I tell folks all the time that like when I think of the size of Elden Ring is a double-sided sword. Like it's
Yeah.
really cool that it's an open world and you have this ability to go out and explore, and if you get stuck on a boss, you can literally go fuck off and do anything else and come back to it later, compared to like other Souls titles where it's like if you don't get that boss, you're not progressing.
Right. Yeah.
So, I'm gonna attempt to ask questions about Elden Ring again. And you were warned about this before we got in here. I have zero context for this game. I know
Have you played
one
Dark Souls
character.
or anything?
I've never played a Dark
Souls or
Souls
Bloodborne?
game. I've never played a Demon Souls game. The reason being is I have really bad motion sickness, so those games are literally not
Ooh.
something I'm physically capable of playing.
Yeah.
There is a lot of motion in those games.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
motion in those
A
games.
lot of motion.
Too much motion for my poor soul. But
I hear you.
the question, first off, what was your build?
I guess just strength. I just wanted to hit things with a sword, and I almost said
Big
and a
bonk?
shield, but no, just the sword.
That's
Big
what
bonk.
Yeah, I guess
Fight
so.
was Making wild. Ooh, I like Ren's approach. You should definitely do that, Allie.
Hey, what's going on?
Ren
Someone said
"Allie, do
that I
me a
need to lean
favor,
harder into my
lean hard
ignorance.
into your ignorance. Ask really in-depth political questions, making wild assumptions.
So please present to me a 6-page, like AMA format thesis on why Mesmer is a Trumper.
Ooh,
I don't know if he
interesting.
would actually be. I don't think Mesmer would be a Trumper. Actually, I genuinely think
Actually,
he's more in the, like.
I don't know anything
Hold
about
on.
this character.
Hold
He
on.
would easily be more of
Mesmer.
like a Rand Paul kind of character.
I don't know. The wall is up because of Mesmer, right? Isn't that
Well,
the deal in there.
so the wall. All right. So the wall is. It's not up because of Mesmer. If
It could just be taken down because of Mesmer.
oh man.
Are we talking about the same wall?
Wait, hold up. Which wall are you on about?
I was talking about the one around. I can't remember the name of it. Inner LM or something like
the
that.
ear limb, the shadow barrier, essentially.
Yeah.
Is that? I guess
Mesmer's always calling it a big, beautiful shadow barrier.
It's
And he's
a
saying
big,
that-
beautiful shadow barrier. Nothing's
And
ever
Mikkel's
gonna
gonna
get
pay
in
for it.
there. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I guess that technically is Mesmer's doing. I guess it might be even more of something America's doing, because everything that he's doing is at America's behest.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with my theory that the entire DLC is inside Mikkela's like fucked up
So you
child mind.
You didn't find the tower, because I remember I was in your stream that day that you threw out that theory, and I was like, "That's an
yeah.
interesting theory." So no, the Shadowlands.
What's the tower?
The Shadowlands are they used to be attached to the lands between. Like, it actually used to exist. So like
Okay.
when you look at the lands between map, there's a huge ocean kind of like in the middle of the continents a little bit.
Right.
Well, there are people. If
That's
you go
where
on
it used
Reddit,
to be?
if you go on Reddit now, there are people that have like, they think they've got it pretty well like aligned to show where the Shadowlands would have sat. In
See, I think the Shadowlands. I think they look a lot like somebody trying to draw the base game map from memory. That's why I feel like it's almost like that's part of the reason why I think it's in his head. Is because it's like, this is what the world looks like. And of course, it doesn't look exactly like that, but it has that weird Radon-like area where the fingers are, and it's got its own Weeping Peninsula thing.
Yeah, well, and it's because all of those areas used to exist in there. Like, that's why they line
Right.
up in that way, is because they did actually used to like exist and they were part of that land. Like the like where the dragons are in the volcano, that would have been where Caelid.
Yeah.
That used to be around Caelid. That's why you see the same kind of like stonework and monuments and things like that.
Okay. It's crazy how much like archaeology goes into playing these games.
So it's
also,
really funny that you called it archaeology. There's a dude, I love his work. He's called Tarnished Archaeology.
I've heard of him. Yeah.
No, he does so much good work, and he's been doing it with like other FromSoft games, but he's been mostly like focused on Elden Ring for a while.
Okay.
And he actually like takes in he actually does like archaeology and like looking at the landmarks and looking at buildings and like applying it even to their real world counterparts and to like helping us kind of relate to understanding how and what the world is going on. Like he does a phenomenal video about the two fingers and what's so significant about that and why there's a split, because there was when the Eastern Orthodoxy split from the Catholic Church.
Oh, it's the schism.
Yeah,
That's weird.
When there was the schism between the.
Is that what they call it? The Great Schism?
I think so.
Yeah.
As
a former Catholic kid, that is correct.
Okay.
This is my one input.
Funny enough, the sign of the cross used to be made with three fingers, but then the papacy of the Catholic Church stuck with using two fingers. I may have it backwards.
It's technically still done with three fingers in Orthodox.
In the Orthodox, thank you. So yes.
In Orthodox, you continue to use the three fingers. It is the two fingers in like Roman Catholic to Christian.
Yep, there we go.
What about one finger? Is that allowed?
That's the American version, and it is usually the middle one down the freeway.
Actually, I was gonna say that's the one the priest shows the altar boys later on.
Oh no!
They call it the stinky pinky.
Oh man! I like that idea, Jet. Some cool Pope flash deuces, and it stuck. I like that.
Which part of the cross uses two fingers, or is there a secret third bar of the cross I didn't know about? Well, that's the thing, though. So it's in the video, he talks a lot about like basically like because of who is able to read and understand, who's able to read and then translate and disperse out the knowledge. Like they were really only going off of like imagery, and so that's why for the Eastern Orthodoxy they believe that the real way of the sign of the cross was make it with three fingers, and it was also just again kind of that vindictiveness of just being like, well, fuck you, we're not going to do it the same way you guys do it.
Right. Yeah.
Deserved.
Yeah. Also, welcome in.
Also,
welcome in, Capo.
Why did they choose fingers in Elden Ring?
I don't know.
Just so that we would all make jokes constantly during the gameplay? Because that's all that happened in my streams.
Again, Tarnished Archaeologist has done a really cool job talking about like that the means of which things are communicated is done through fingers, and specifically through like the reading of like Braille almost. And so like there's some lore on particular items that talk about how the two fingers were once great orators, and that
I remember seeing that and thinking like, how does that work?
Yeah, because essentially the two fingers are what was communing with the greater will, and then the finger readers were then deciphering the movements and and gestations of the two fingers to then turn around and tell the masses what the two fingers are saying from the greater will.
This really is just the Catholic Church.
But what's a
lot of parallels.
What's always so interesting though when it comes to Miyazaki, because Miyazaki is actually like I believe he went to school for sociology.
Oh shit! Okay. I'm suddenly interested in Elden Ring again.
And so everything that we see from Dark Souls to Elden Ring to Bloodborne, they all typically have these Western fantasy views, but they're all interpreted from the viewpoint of someone from the East.
Yeah.
And so that's
like, always interesting to me. Yeah. I always think it's interesting that when they show American police in a Japanese game, they're always wearing black leather gloves, like every time. I don't know why that is. I don't know why.
Well, but if it fits, you must acquit, right?
If it fits, you must wear it. I guess.
Hey,
I don't know. Yeah, there you go. I don't know, but. Yeah. So are the two fingers and the three fingers from the same big hand.
That's still part of the mystery. Like, are they actually part of the same? Were they once part of the same hand? Because there's a lot of things that talk about specifically if you go the route of trying to become the Lord of Frenzied Flame and
Ooh,
and
and
burning
I sure did.
and burning the Erd Tree.
I
Hayata
burned
makes
that
a
motherfucker
point to
down.
talk about how in the beginning everything was one, and then the greatest sin that the greater will and the two fingers did was create life, which created fractures. And so
Right.
there's a lot of like the dialogue kind of hinting to this fact that they were once all whole, but then through the creation of life it's created the fractures. But like, you know, but it's hard to, but you don't necessarily take the word of, you know, of what the Frenzy Flame talks about, because ultimately what the Frenzy Flame is talking about is just burning it all back to being nothingness.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
when it was
Yeah.
all whole, it was just nothingness. That's what being whole was.
Okay.
Right. And that's
I
what
think I think
Melina kind of like touches on when she's trying to stop you from pursuing becoming the Lord of Frenzied Flame, is because she's like,
right.
look, I understand this world is entirely fucked up right now, but we have a chance to allow life to become normal again, and to allow births to happen. Because right now what Marika did to the Elden Ring to kind of ascend herself was she removed the rune of death out of the Elden Ring. So she
Right.
took the law of death out of the world, and herself being a
and handed
fertility
it.
goddess basically was like,
Oh, okay.
everybody, it's basically this life cycle of nobody really ever dies, and because the people that do die, they get absorbed into the Erd Tree, which is why when you go into all those crypts, all the Erd Tree roots are in there, and there's like masses of flesh on them.
Okay.
It's because it's the tree reabsorbing people back into it to then bring them back.
And then fart them back out.
Basically, yeah.
Damn. All right.
Which is
See, I think the Greater
why-
Will's big crime was choosing Marika. I don't think she was a good choice.
And that's actually
Um,
you've made a really solid point. So what we get from the DLC is they talked a lot about calling people of the Horn Sense. They are very
Yeah.
vindictive to Marika, because they talk about how she committed the
Spanish
greatest
Inquisition then.
sin.
Right?
And it wasn't, but trying to figure out where and how she did things, from my understanding, it's Marika essentially usurped godhood. So if you've seen the Shadow of the Erd Tree trailer, it shows
I don't know that I have.
It shows Marika coming up to the Gates of Divinity, which is where you find Radon and Mikola, right?
Right. Yep.
It shows Marika walking up the steps toward it, and it shows her reaching her hand into something. We don't know what it is, but it's something dead, and she pulls out strands of gold.
It's from
it.
Soft. It's got to be something dead that they're reaching into.
Yeah.
It's never anything nice.
She pulls out strands of gold from it, and then it shows her basically, because Marika's rune in the Elden Ring is, and that's those markers you can interact with, where it's like a U shape at the top, and then a straight down piece.
Yeah, the Mikola crosses, right?
Not Mikola's cross. Mikola's cross it's the circle. It's basically a cross with a circle in the middle.
Okay.
Marika's is like here. You know what? Why don't I just actually pull up fucking imagery, and then we can all like learn together. Might actually help if I did stuff like that.
I lost my train of thought.
No, you're fine. It's going to take me just a second to pull this ish up. So feel free to.
Oh, what was the tower though in the thing that tells you it's not in Mikla's mind?
Oh,
You
so
mentioned a tower. I don't remember
yeah,
what the
so
tower
there
was
is
though.
a tower in. It's actually along the way when you go to, um, when you go to when you remember where you find Egon initially, kind of on the road.
Yeah, Captain Ahab.
Yeah, so
Did you love
there's
that's just the Moby Dick story?
it. I loved
Bail the
it so
Dread and
much. It
Egon.
made me
He's even
laugh
throwing
so hard.
harpoons. In the fight, the dude is throwing harpoons and screaming at the dragon
Yeah,
like a lunatic.
yeah,
I want
yeah,
more of
yeah.
that in this game.
Oh, there's a reason he became such a like meme when Shadow of the Earth Tree first like launched. Um, but so there was that road forks, and so if you take the road where he was, that takes you to the cave that takes you to the dragons, but the other road
Right.
that would go straight.
I picked up what you've got on screen there. So however you
Yeah,
get
so
that,
you
I
can
did get
see
it.
this. You see this image, so it's this half moon and then draped down. This is
Yeah, it's
America's.
like her crucifixion, right?
Correct. She makes that same shape with her crucifixion, but this is her rune in the Elden Ring. Is this
Okay.
is this shape? So when she pulls out the golden strands, she basically makes this stance to create her rune, which was her creating making her pact to become a god. But the Hornsent were essentially the Hornsent call her a usurper because they're the ones that built Inirim. They're the ones that were trying to pursue divinity, and they probably had somebody.
Oh, okay.
They probably had somebody that was going to actually become the god. But if you're recognizing a pattern, in order for there to be a god, there has to be a lord. So there always has to be some kind of pairing. So Mikola wanted to become a god, so Radon was going to be his lord. When you yourself become the Elden Lord, you're technically taking Marika as the god. Marika is always going to stay the god. You're just becoming the Elden Lord.
Basically becoming like third consort, right?
Correct, right. Because in order to maintain that godhood, somebody has to be a lord. When you do Rani's ending, in order for Rani to ascend to the godhood that she wants to, so she can start the new age that she wants to do, you become her consort. So you become her lord. So the rules of this universe is all about this pair. There has to be some kind of a marriage.
Right.
And so we wonder if there's some weird fuckery going on, because so the Hornsent call her the usurper, and so some of the theory is like the thing that Marika, the dead thing that Marika reaches in and pulls the gold strands from, might have actually been what was actually going to become the god, and she was going to be its lord. But she usurped.
Okay, that's interesting.
Right, but she usurped and became a god. Now who became her lord in that instance? I don't know. It's possible that was when she had Godfrey with her. It's also possible that was when she had. I might consider that that's when she had Godfrey at the ready, which would make some sense because Godfrey's whole thing about like was being a war master and and defining his lordship through strength.
It'd be when she split into Radagon.
So
somehow
the Radagon part is the biggest mystery of it all. Like, it's hard to tell.
I think they just shouldn't have had George R.R. Martin write this, because this obviously seems like another thing he started writing and then didn't finish, because there are way too many questions.
I think the closest thing is that I actually think Radagon was his own person for a long time. Radagon.
You think he's like the shadow self of America?
I don't
like kind of just
actually. I don't. I do actually think Radagon was his own person, and that he
Okay.
was a head general for the Golden Host, and and he did battle against Renala and the Carians in wherever the fuck they are. I forget their names.
I know what you're talking about.
Of the
Yeah,
Academy.
because
Lucaria.
oh, Raya Lucaria.
Right,
Yeah,
Lucaria. There we go.
because that's what led to the marriage to end the war,
Correct.
right?
In order to end the war, Radagon marries Renala, and they become one, and then they have their children. But for whatever reason, America in her machinations decided and said, I'm stripping Godfrey and his people there from the grace of gold, and I'm sending them out.
Yeah,
and
why'd
I'm
she do
sending them
that? That
out.
was a shitty move.
So there's a super recent, actually the recent video Tarnished Archaeology just dropped. I think he's onto something, in which he was talking about, in the same way that a lord needs to marry somebody to for that person to also become a god.
Yeah.
There has to be a form of death. And even when we think about like our gods and our gods in our own world, like Jesus was the Son of God, but he never actually ascended into godhood until his death.
Right.
Most godhood, most people that ascend into godhood, they have to go through some form of death.
Okay. I remembered something also. That she sent him away when the kind of the golden light faded from his eyes after he beat all of his enemies.
She stripped it from.
Is that because Oh, I was gonna say, is it like because he basically fulfilled his purpose, he lost his luster or whatever, and because he didn't have the luster required of a lord, he had to go?
I think he always had it, but I think America was trying to. I think essentially America was always trying to do the role of both Lord and God. Like she wanted it to be all her.
Oh, from jump,
her,
she was just like, I'm going to do everything.
Correct.
Okay.
And I think,
now,
but I think she always had this backup plan of, so basically, the way I think of it is that she wanted to do to Godfrey what she winds up doing to Radagon, which is fusing themselves together.
Okay.
But Godfrey was like, "No, I ain't about
that." Would have been
that."
a weird boss fight.
So
Hora Lou with a woman's face sticking out of his back.
and so she goes, "Well, fine. I'm removing your grace of gold, and you're gonna go and just die and be you're gonna go and fight out in the Badlands and basically the Tarnished, who we our player character, all of those people get sent. They get hounded out of the lands between."
Right.
But it seems like she's kind of like doing some weird 4D chess kind of shit because she's wanting. Because it seems like she was going to eventually have to have the Tarnished come back so that way one of them could ultimately become her lord. But I don't know. It's weird. But so she essentially sends them away. And Radagon, in his pursuit of looking for perfection, he wants to. He's quick and ready to just go back to the capital and become the consort to America. But the thing is like I don't know at what point that I don't know if they fuse, can they unfuse? Because
Well, we know they fused at least once. Enter Melania and Mikola. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Catch my
Melania and
drift.
Mikola
Yeah.
are able to, they're born, and it's because of this, and I think because it,
Because America literally went and fucked herself,
yeah,
right?
she went to go fuck herself. And so there's something, and even the lore kind of like digs into a little bit of being like this, the fact that she and Radagon, because they're fused together and they tried to create demigods through that means, that's why that they are cursed with
cursed?
Melania's
Yeah.
cursed with rot, Mikkela's cursed with forever childhood.
Right.
So that's where it starts getting weird. And then before I completely forget it again, there's a tower in the Shadowlands, and it speaks specifically about how the Shadowlands is being veiled by America, but all forms of death flow into the Shadowlands.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. I don't know. I still hold fast to my theory. I mean, all of that made perfect sense, and my theory doesn't make a ton of sense. But I don't know, man. I still think that it's like we're inside of the mind of a child, and all that stuff that you hear about, like Marika and stuff like that. I feel like that's Mikkela's interpretation of things, or how he sees the world. God, I wish I had written this down better, but I just saw a bunch of rocks appear on screen.
Yeah,
I
I have a thing called Just the Rocks as a redeem, and it's
okay.
it's just Sting yelling rocks, and then I flash up an image
Oh,
of
I've seen
rocks.
that before. Yeah, but okay. So with Mikkela,
High void.
God, I don't even know where to start. What's it called? I guess I'll start with Mesmer. I don't think that Mesmer is real. I think that Mesmer is kind of like. My theory is that he's Mikkela's almost like shadow self. In that Mesmer is a whatever.
Allie, she's like, I'm just trying to figure out who's Jesus in all this.
Oh,
Look, there's
I don't know if
enough
there is
Catholic
one.
guilt in this game.
I think Mikkela is probably our closest parallel to Jesus, because his rune looks probably the closest to,
The cross.
yeah, Mikkela's rune. Here,
It needs more Catholic guilt. Good God, Void. How repressed do you want people to be?
Does it have a better? Yeah, there's a good close up right there of it.
Yeah, I've seen that thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got all of them. I got most of them though.
I don't know if I've found all of them either. I have to assume, because there's always a shadow tree fragment next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember. What was I saying? Mesmer, the shadow self.
Yeah.
I think Mesmer represents like the worst parts of all of Mikkela's family members kind of combined into one. There's a lot of parallel with Rykard, for example, the god-threatening snake that
With
makes him have to seclude himself.
Yeah.
The fire magic that's like different than the regular kind. And the impaling stuff, which Rykard was in charge of an Inquisition. I'm not saying the whole thing is Rykard, but I think that all the darkest parts of his family that he knows of combine into one person, and he's afraid that he has that inside of himself. And I think the name Mesmer comes from Mikkela's power, which is to mesmerize people. And so it's almost like if he gives into that darkness with that ability, it's something that he's afraid of for himself. That's how I see that one.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's anything, but
I think
yeah.
I definitely think more Mesmer is a real person, because he is a child
Probably.
of
Yeah.
America.
But he's never mentioned in the base game, right?
No, there's a shield that you can get that has a very hard implies about it, but
Okay. There's a Tomb of the Impaler But I don't know if there's any
in the
detail
Weeping
around that.
Peninsula. There's nothing that correlates directly there, but some people like to think that there might be some kind of connection just due to the name the calling
Right.
it the place of the
Yeah.
Impaler. But I actually think that Mesmer is the brother of Melina.
Interesting. Do you think that Melina's the glow-eyed queen also, before I forget? It's a theory I've
I
heard.
think it's actually quite possible. It's hard to.
Now,
I think so.
Glow-eyed
Either
Queen was
that
just...
or maybe the Glow-eyed Queen is something that is I don't know.
She's in
It
charge
could
of the
be.
Godskins, right? The Glow-eyed
Yeah.
Queen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's Bach. That would be a nice twist. The tailor.
Sweet boy
the little
Bach.
tailor man.
Sweet.
Yeah, he's the
boy
one making
Bach.
all those Godskins the whole time.
He's been selling.
Here I am whispering sweet nothings to him with prattling pate. Meanwhile, he's creating Godskin apostles.
Allie, do you have any insider questions?
Do I have questions? Really? We're gonna go for this long, and now we're gonna ask if I've got questions, buddy. I've been sitting here going, "What the fuck is happening?"
I don't know.
And which one of these characters is Jesus?
Yeah.
Yeah, other than which one of these characters is Jesus? I mean, I was gonna make a George R. R. Martin joke, and then Vidiot made it, so I'm like, you know what? Y'all
right.
have got this. Good. I wasn't gonna say it until later.
Also, George R. R. Martin, this narcissist, took the 3 letters of his initials, GRM, and
did it
named
for
all the
all the
characters.
All
with
the
those.
characters.
It's so confusing for no reason. Godfrey, Godefroy, Godwin, Godric. It's too much. Too much. There's no need for Godefroy.
But hear
I
me
think
out.
We can all agree on that.
How would you know they all wanted to be gods? If they weren't all named some variation of that.
Just because they're big. They're big and they have cutscenes. That's it.
They're big and
If you have a cutscene, you get to be in the
Holy
running
shit,
to
is
do
that how I just gotta get myself a cutscene. Got it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit,
Absolutely.
that's it.
I need to get a deal so I can get a cutscene.
I remembered another part of my theory.
Oh.
The idea that it all the way at the bottom where you find Putrescent Night and Saint Trina. I think that's so basically if you said the phrase to a child, those who live in death, I don't know that they would be able to fully understand what that means. So I kind of think that things that live in death are like it's that silver goo that turns into things down there at the bottom. But the reason I think that that's like representative of death for him is because that's where he exiles Saint Trina, which is the good part of him. So I think he's trying to kill it off, and it being down there shows that I don't know. I don't remember what this theory was. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So, yeah. So you know what I mean? Because that's where all those Mikola crosses, all those Mikola crosses are denoting like these are places that he is
Him shedding his body,
stripping himself of his different pieces of himself.
Right.
Because in order for him to be actually attained to become a god, he needs to strip himself of the current godhood that he has. And so essentially, if he were to have gone through the gates of divinity, he'd be essentially just remaking the same shit that America did because he is of America's gold. So he takes out his eye, he removes out what he takes off one of his arms, he removes his love.
Yeah, what was that about? Why did he take his arm off?
I'm sure there's some kind of crazy kind of Catholic shit going on there.
I don't know. I don't remember that one in CCV.
Catholic summoned, what would you like?
Are there any like
the ritual of arm removal?
Arm removal specifically?
Yeah. But only one arm, not both.
I don't think there's a lot of arm removal in the Bible. There would be there's only one instance I can think of off the top of my head. And it's God, this is gonna make me sound like such a fucking I am an ex-Catholic kid. I went to Catholic school for 13 years before anyone asks how I know this. So there's it's Matthew 5, and I can't remember the exact verses. But the phrase goes something along the lines of if you cut off if your right hand offends you, cut it off and cast it from you. It is
Ooh, that does
more
sound.
it is
Yeah.
profitable that one of your members should perish instead of the whole body be cast to hell.
That does sound like it would be relevant to Mikola.
So here's a list of all the what they say at each of the crosses. Now, majority of
All
these,
the body parts he threw on the ground.
the majority of these just say, "I abandon here, flesh of my body."
Yeah.
But we have like things that are specific. I abandon here my heart. I abandon here my eye. I abandon here my arm sinistral. I abandon here my arm dextral. Flesh of my body. I abandon here my doubt and vacillation.
And was he a copy of Grey's Anatomy?
My
My dextral and my what is this?
I abandon here my love, and I abandon here
Okay.
all of my fears.
You know what I wish he abandoned the most?
What's that?
Radon.
Radon.
That would be nice. If he had abandoned Radon, would have been perfect.
Yeah, so out of like lore, what outside of we'll put away lore because that just can keep going and going and going.
Oh yeah, that's what's great about the lore is it's just vague enough where you could really talk about it forever and come up with so many different interpretations that it's like, yeah, it just has longevity.
What? How did you just feel? Can we just the whole damn man? Yeah. Here I leave my testicles, and here I leave my toes. Here I leave behind my grippers.
Roner's not here. We don't have to make those bits.
No, I'm gonna do it. He's gonna look back. He's gonna look back at some point, and I want him to feel loved. Anyway, so how did you feel about just the game?
Oh, I have so many confused feelings about the game. I don't know why I phrased it like that, but
Sexually
yeah,
confused.
I don't know. I guess so. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
It's almost like
Everything
a balance.
was.
It's almost like a balance because for every one good thing I can think of a bad thing as well. Like,
Yeah, like I guess the things I liked the most were I really loved the exploration. I know it's controversial, but I love the way that FromSoft handles NPC quests. Because it kind of makes you pay attention, and you're definitely gonna miss it. Some of them on the first try, so it gives you something to go back for. Yeah, so I liked that. I thought it was cool, like the different characters and all the lore behind them and everything like that. But the boss fights were a real problem for me. Somebody in my chat had asked me, who's your favorite boss so far? And I really didn't have an answer. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird. And then after everything from Fire Giant onward, I had my it's something I call the tuxedos are fucked up moment. Have I ever explained this before?
no.
Okay, so it comes from the movie Step Brothers, the hit film.
Yeah. That hit film.
Do you remember?
Step
Yeah.
Brothers.
Yeah. Do you remember the scene when they're going around with their job interviews?
Yeah, and they're just wearing
And
the tuxedos.
They're wearing the tuxedos, and then they end up in the interview with Seth Rogen, and he's like, I love the tuxedos, guys. I get it. You're kind of riffing on the whole corporate thing. You're kind of mocking it, not taking yourselves too seriously. I dig it. I dig your vibe. I think this is very cool. And then John C. Reilly just farts for like a full minute, and then it just like ruins the vibe. And then Seth Rogen's like, I can taste it on my tongue. And then he goes, you know what? Now the tuxedos seem kind of fucked up. And that's what I always draw back to when it comes to
Did Elden Ring
anything
fart
really,
so
like-
hard in your mouth? Is that what you're telling me?
yeah, where it's almost like, you know what? Maybe this is all a little fucked up. Maybe I've been cutting this game too much slack. You know, like this is actually a little unfair. that was the thing. I felt like I did a lot of looking for echo chambers while playing this game, where like I would get stuck on a boss, and then I would go to Reddit and I would type in "this boss sucks" just so I could read other people complaining about the boss, and then what's it called? I think a lot of people had. Well, a lot of the posts I clicked on felt similarly to me, and one of the things somebody said that stuck with me was the player is playing Dark Souls and the bosses are playing Sekiro / Bloodborne. And I was like, you know what? That's really accurate. I think the character is way slower than the bosses. And I think that really, like, I don't know. It kind of messes it up a little bit for me. Now, Night Rain looks a lot faster. And I know you've been playing.
A lot faster, and it needs to be because
you've been going pretty hard, right?
Well, your biggest enemy in the game is time. Like, you need to have good time management.
Yeah. Are you enjoying it, by the way?
Oh, I love it. I'm fucking hooked.
Okay. Now, the boss fights in that, do they feel like... Well, actually, did you find any of the bosses unfair in the base game?
The only boss that I ever felt unfair about in the base game, probably Fire Giant. But only because it is way too fucking big. Like, I don't...
Yeah. I don't know what they were thinking.
I would have rather it just have been like they did with like they've done for all other giant bosses in their games. Just let it be some kind of a gimmick. Like, just it's fine. We don't have to do anything. Like, we don't actually need to fight the fucking thing, right? I just
you know what?
I think it just
I'm
goes
sorry,
too
I'm
long.
gonna cut you off.
No, you're good, man.
I was gonna say that might have been my tuxedos are fucked up moment. Was Rykard fighting Rykard? No, wait, was that it?
Well,
the gimmick of Rykard annoyed me.
Rykard, you have to. I mean, like, if you actually want to get through the fight in a decent manner, using using that spear, it is the
Yorm.
It's the Yorm fight,
yeah.
Right? It's that crazy thing. And I wish they had just kind of done the same thing with Fire Giant, but I get. Look, the fact that there are people that know how to hit that son of a bitch and like basically stun lock him into oblivion, I think it's fucking cool, and I'm so glad other people have figured it out. I'm not gonna be one of those people. I don't love Elden Ring enough to do that. You know?
Yeah.
Elden Ring tested my patience. Like, I did base game bow only, and it was actually quite fun. Like, there was a nice level of challenge to that. But
I feel like that's the only satisfying way to fight Astel is bow only. Like, that's got to be the only fun way to fight that bastard.
Estelle was one of those that's kind of grown on me over time.
Really?
Didn't really like it when I first played the game. But once I kind of had a
miserable sword and shield.
Yeah, I don't particularly care for sword and board in any of the games. My preferred way of playing these games, Vidiot, is Bloodborne style and be fast. So I almost never wear armor. I'm almost always naked and getting that light roll, and then and just learning dodge timing.
I didn't even know there was a light roll until the DLC, which was pretty insane. Yeah, I was like, oh, medium roll, that's normal. And I was like, why am I not rolling faster? I was actually very angry about that. And it turns out, I just had to not be wearing, Malekith's gauntlets or whatever.
Yeah, you got to just not wear. You have to strip down your weight limit to a certain point.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I've been watching a lot of on YouTube, just here and there? They're pretty quick. You see those people who mod the game and it'll be like, how many new game plus enemies can Malenia beat? Or something like that.
Those.
Like, where it makes the NPCs fight. I watched one today. It was the DLC guys they lead up to Midras. They look like the Winter Lanterns from Bloodborne. You know the things I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The
like the yellow bubble head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like, how many, I think New Game Plus 7 bosses can they beat? And the answer is a lot of them. It's really, I don't know. I've been just enjoying this. I love making NPCs fight. That's one of my favorite video game things to do.
It's fun to watch. It is fun to watch because you kind of like, you can kind of see it kind of shows it kind of just shows it as a video game, like at its like base core, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I love in Elden Ring, going over to Caelid near that tower, right near Redmane Castle's bridge, and just all those soldiers fighting the dog T-Rexes,
Yeah,
or
it's a great
whatever those things are
passive
supposed to be.
rune farm.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah. And it's just fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make bets
Yeah,
about
so
who's going to win in that fight. Most of the time it's the damn dogs, but
Really? Oh, I had the last night. I played a little bit. I had the soldiers wipe them. It was yeah, and then I had to go in and clean up, of course.
so
But, yeah.
so what was your least favorite? What was probably your like most and I'll split it up between DLC, cuz I think I know exactly who's your
Okay.
least favorite in the DLC, but in the
Yeah.
base game, who's your least favorite boss?
Ooh. I think it's Malekith for me.
I agree. I think Malekith
Um,
is probably my least favorite.
It's just he's like it's the most bullshit mechanic boss there. Like all of the mechanics that like each other boss might only have one of, he has all of their worst mechanics. Like just the flipping away, the throwing rocks, cutting your health down with that weird spell thing.
Yeah.
It's
See,
just
the first
it's a nightmare.
his phase 1 when he's just the beast priest, that part does not bother me at all. And actually I like that part. It's kind of fun. Cuz I've especially when I figured out that like a lot of his attacks you can like his like shockwave ones you can jump over it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's another thing. I really didn't do a lot of jumping in the fights,
It
which
took
I
a
feel
long
like was a
time
mistake.
before I ever started actually using jumps for dodges.
Yeah, I'm just not used to it.
Yeah, it's
That's the thing.
it's a different feel. But his second phase where he's just flipping around and flinging his HP cutting bullshit. No.
Yeah, just
Hard-
and then they give you an
hard
object that can
pass.
like. Also, the camera is a nightmare in that fight too, because he's so like the verticality is insane and so
Yeah.
fast. The camera just like spazzes out constantly. Yeah, I did not like that one, and I think it edges out Melania. Actually, Melania wasn't even that bad a fight. It's just the health steal gimmick that makes it like really unpleasant. If she didn't have the life steal, probably be one of my more favorite bosses. in
Yeah,
the game.
that was always my egregious part for Melania is just the health steal.
Yeah. Either the life steal or the waterfowl dance. Certainly not both.
Yeah, you can have
that's
one
insane.
or the other. You can have one or the other. Don't do both to me.
Especially when you ever down like half health and she waterfowl dances her way back up to full health. Oh, that's an infuriating moment.
I don't know. I kind of forced myself to like Melania though, because I actually sat down and I like learned how to parry her. And
Really?
that changed the dynamic of the fight quite a bit, because you have to, in order to get the riposte, you have to parry her 3 times.
Oh, that's a kind of annoying.
Well, most of the bit larger bosses, like there's a good chunk of the bosses you can parry, but in order to get the riposte off of them from parrying, you have to parry them like a
Yeah.
certain number of times. Like Margit / Morgott is the same thing. You have to parry 3 times, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think I might have heard that about Morgott.
I
Yeah.
don't remember if you can parry Malekith or not. You definitely cannot parry Fire Giant.
You can parry Malekith with that weird I don't know if
with
it's a
the-
shackle. It's yeah.
It's the
Some weird thing.
claw thingy. Sorry everybody, I was just
Yeah.
kind of like lost track of time, but we do have ads, so just FYI, you're probably already in there, but heads up, I guess.
God, Smith, how
Um,
could you forget?
Man, we're talking Elden Ring, and so I just kind of like
I know, I'm just teasing you.
I just zone right on in because it's just been a great. It's to me, it's probably been one of the more interesting lore perspective games since Bloodborne.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, now how do you feel about Duskbloods?
I
The
need
Switch
to see.
exclusive.
I need to see more, but the thing that pisses me off is just that it's a Switch 2 exclusive. I hope
Yeah.
that it does eventually come to other consoles, but I don't know. I need to see more, but I'm so anti console exclusivities at this point because,
Yeah,
like just look
there's
at
no need
Bloodborne
for
for
it.
example. And I also have a very big hate boner for Nintendo right now as far as it
Oh
comes to the
yeah.
Switch too. I think I get that companies are not our friends. They are out to make money. Like that is their ultimate goal. But I feel like Nintendo has like really shown their greed. Like they are basically showing off their greed for and just blatantly getting away with whatever they want.
Yeah.
I think $450 for this thing is a too high an asking price. I think its communication functionality is dog shit because you need to pay for a monthly subscription to even use a function that they've built into this console. I hate that they are
I mean,
basically.
Xbox is still doing that also.
I mean, like,
Not to defend Xbox or Nintendo, but
well, the thing is like PlayStation and Xbox are doing the same things, right? Like you have to pay a subscription to be able to like actually do online services and games. But where I'm pissed off at Nintendo is that it is specifically built into the hardware. Like there's a button that is specifically meant for it. Like if
Yeah.
if that
It just
button
doesn't
wasn't
do
there,
anything
that
if you
would
don't
not be
pay.
my problem, right? Like.
Right, I gotcha.
But it's
okay.
it's simply just the fact that there is a physical fucking button on that
Yeah.
system
Yeah.
that is solely meant for you to connect online. That is it.
Damn.
So I also
I'm curious to see how this the bricking the systems thing is
I
gonna
hate that
shake
part
out.
too. I think that is absolute fucking dog shit. I think that is I
Yeah.
think that right there is what I like. I was on the fence about whether or not I'd eventually maybe get a Switch 2 like later down the road, but the fact they put that out there and they're like, yeah, you may have spent $450, but we reserve the right to brick your system if we get some kind of inkling that you have tampered with it physically in any way. Like, go fuck
God,
yourself.
imagine
Go.
you know somebody's
fuck
gonna
yourself.
drop it wrong, just like they'll be playing it, they'll drop it at a weird angle, and they'll be like, "Oh, tampering, bricked." Like that's gonna happen, I'm sure.
I mean, I would even throw out just a simple example of like, so the people that would be tampering with it, they are people that are enthusiasts, and
Yeah, the people who
that's
like
just
know how to
something that they
micro
do.
solder.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
people that actually know how to like dig into things like that. Those are the people. I don't particularly. Those people know their risks. Where I get pissed off though
Yeah.
is like I'm thinking more of a scenario of somebody that may be a bit younger. Like let's say they're maybe 15, 16 years old. They're hitting an age where they're online a lot. And they're starting to like, and they want to learn about that kind of thing, like how to tear down systems, and they want to learn how to do that kind of like, jailbreak essentially. And they, like they want to, and I think that's something that should be encouraged to understand devices that
reverse
you're
engineering.
using and things like that. And of course, like they're going to be young and stupid, and they're going to make a mistake, and they're going to forget to like turn their shit from not allow it to be online, and they're going to switch it back on, and there's something in there that's going to tell Nintendo that it's been tampered with, and they're going to brick some kid's fucking system. And while maybe that kid, yeah, it is that kid's fault. Like I feel like hurting your consumers is not the way to go.
But Sniff, you don't
It's a bold strategy.
understand. You're licensing the hardware.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm fully joking.
I know you are, but that's so. If there's anything I would want actual government to actually step in on. I think that is something that should heavily be regulated and stepped on immediately, because that's getting so far out of hand. I think that is such
I gotta say,
huge overreach. I think.
I gotta say, thank God for the Europeans, dude. The Europeans don't tolerate any of that big corporate bullshit. So if Nintendo does start to get a little too nasty, I could see the EU. I don't know, at least investigating Nintendo.
Yeah,
I can see
or
the
something like
EU
that.
investigating. I don't necessarily know how much power they're actually going to have.
Oh, they have like zero power, but
And that's
but it's still
that's
good.
what I mean. Like, I just coming
Yeah.
from like game dev background, being like, okay, Nintendo realistically, do they want to lose their European market? No. Are they going to risk like putting up this fight?
They might.
Maybe?
The Battle World thing is pretty
Maybe?
unhinged.
Oh, Nintendo's
Yeah.
ready to go to court for anything and everything.
Exactly. They're pretty
Yeah.
litigious. That's why I'm like, I'm not sure I'm convinced that Nintendo wouldn't just be like, okay, either we drop this
Yeah.
market or we fight this tooth and nail.
Damn.
So I
Yeah.
just I think Nintendo has. I think Nintendo is just basically showing their greed on their fucking sleeve, like to such the
Hold on,
nth
what's-
degree.
Hold on. What is greedy about $90 Mario Kart? Explain that. I'm
That's-
kidding, by the way.
I know
That is the greediest
that's
fucking thing ever.
But your
Yeah.
new Donkey Kong game is going to be 70. Like,
It's because they know
Oh,
no
yeah,
one wants no one wants the Donkey Kong game.
And it's going to be a reskin of Donkey Kong Country, almost definitely.
It's
No,
the
wait, it's
only
the
thing
3D
that's the
one, right?
real
yeah, it's a
yeah,
3D.
it's the only thing that's really like
Oh yeah.
necessarily impressive, for lack of a better
Is the
term.
destructible
is-
environment.
Exactly. Is the indestructible environment,
Yeah.
and that's kind of what they're really trying to sell at that point.
Yeah.
I feel like that game is 15 years too late.
It is. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nintendo
yeah.
itself is 15 years too late and everything.
I did like their Super Mario and the Rabbids XCOM game. That one was pretty good.
yeah. Spark of Hope, I think,
That's
is
the-
what it's called.
Oh, I think that might be the sequel. Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah. That's the problem also is Nintendo makes some of the best video games ever and then makes it almost impossible to play them. It's annoying.
Yeah.
Very annoying.
Yeah, it's always, but it's never always like Nintendo's first party though. It's always with a partnership with something else though. Like,
Oh,
like
okay.
for example, the back on the Game Boy Advance, the Legend of Zelda: Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons,
Yeah.
published by Nintendo, but it was actually made by Capcom.
Really?
Yeah,
I would not have guessed Capcom. Damn.
yeah. No, I know exactly. Like,
Capcom's another greedy ass company, by the way.
yeah,
I was just talking about
they're
them the
all-
other day. Oh, with their like Street Fighter and stuff. I don't remember which Street Fighter game it was, but it came out that like some of the DLC they were charging for was like stuff that was already on the disc.
Yeah,
and you had
it
to
was
pay
just
to
unlocking
unlock what was
stuff on the disc.
Yeah,
Wow.
insane.
A
Completely
lot of
insane.
companies are doing that lately. I mean, it's the whole industry, especially with AAA titles, is getting really disheartening.
yeah.
Yeah, I
it
think
is.
it's weird. Like the scale is tipped in favor of the business people and not in favor of the artists right now in the industry. Like it definitely seems like
Very much
money people
so.
who are, money people who are not in the writers' room, so to speak, are making writing decisions.
Imagine there being a writer's room.
Oh God.
Fucking imagine. Sorry, I work in this industry, and I'm trying to get out of my current job and into that writing room. So you can only
Okay.
imagine how jaded I am.
Damn. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
That's really cool though
I'll
that you
just
work
die.
in games.
I'll just
Oh, no.
die.
I'll just die.
Sniff's heard me complain too many times about this industry now.
How long have you been in the industry? you don't mind
I've
asking.
been. Hold on, I'll DM you the company that I work for because you're gonna understand why I say that this is the most heartless bullshit.
Okay.
But I'm not allowed to talk about it on stream. That's why I'm.
Gotcha.
So there's your T. It's just in your DMs. You may apologize to my face. That's fine. I will
Oh.
understand. Yep, that
I
is
am
the
sorry.
correct response.
I'm so
Yep.
sorry.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Oh.
like, this is why I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be incredibly mean to like AAA companies because I know
Yeah.
firsthand. But no, it is right now with a lot of these AAA games and AAA companies. There's a little bit of an impasse happening, and I see this a lot with my own. Of like they're so reluctant to use their what's the word that I want to use? They want to use their IP,
Okay.
but they don't want to take any risks on that IP.
I see. Yeah.
So
And
it's
so they
it's
wanna
this
be able
result
to
of
cast the
okay,
widest net possible.
exactly. So
in order to
they're
sell the most copies.
exactly. And so it's a lot of, at least right now from what I've been able to see, is okay, let's put as much as we can together. We'll have it all ready. And then people are going to pay for it.
Yeah, and then we'll turn it
What
into a
choice do
mobile
they have?
game. Yay.
What choice do they have right now?
Yeah.
So we could just pre-package it. They're none the wiser. And we'll sell them what they already own.
Yeah, that's
Not to be a total pessimist, but that is
No, I mean it's the reality of the industry right now. Do you think we're coming up on another video game crash like the one in the 80s?
yes.
Ooh, damn.
The only
Okay.
reason I say that is the company that I work for has recently shuttered multiple studios, canceled multiple projects. We just had layoffs last week,
Oh shit.
like major layoffs. It's and the problem is right now, if you don't go indie, you're in trouble. It's unfortunate, but like ironically,
Does seem to
indie
be
is
the
the place to
trend.
go. For actual creativity and like interest. The problem is indie's not getting the funding.
Right. Yeah. We need like one cool billionaire. How is there not one cool billionaire?
Well, everybody
That's
thought
an
Elon Musk
oxymoron.
was going to be that. Yeah. Where the thing is, we'll never get
I
that.
guess.
We'll never get
Yeah.
that cool billionaire. It's impossible.
Cool
You would
billionaires
think
do
there
not
would have been
exist.
one. You know what I mean? Like one
Cool
billionaire would be a
billionaires
pretty
do
alright.
not exist, unfortunately. The coolest we're gonna get is Bill Gates. Because he does
Oh god, that's not
Reddit.
very cool at all.
No,
Yeah.
well, it is because he does the Reddit like Secret Santa exchange.
Okay. Maybe
That's-
Barron Trump is a gamer. You know what I mean? Maybe he gets out of the maybe he gets out of politics. Maybe he goes, fuck all of this. I'm into gaming. And then he just I don't know, a boy can dream.
Yeah.
A boy can dream. I think that boy dreams of making a little North Korea dynasty right now. So
Maybe. I'm
that
hoping that he
specific
just
boy.
I don't know. He gets visited by 3 ghosts and they're like, you need to create video games. And he's like, all right, ghosts, I'll do it. I think that's what
I
I'm
would
hoping
also
for,
love that
personally.
for all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could actually stand to get visited by by some ghosts. I wouldn't mind getting some.
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't mind getting some realignment
Wait.
done.
Okay. Yeah. Damn.
But sir,
Shit.
I didn't know I was gay.
Oh my god, video.
Yeah, I was like, I'm surprised you didn't finish the quote when I started it.
So the best Christmas Carol of all of the films is of course Muppet Christmas Carol.
Correct.
And this past Christmas, because my wife and I we watch it at least like twice per Christmas season. We were doing our viewing of it, and I can't remember what she had said, but we were just kind of like riffing on Michael Caine's way of speaking. And
It's so fun to try to do impressions of Michael Caine. Yeah.
And it's the Ghost of Christmas Yet to Come, and he oh god, I wish I could remember the setup for it of
Why he says it.
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't remember the setup about.
I wish I could help you,
Fuck.
but I no longer know anymore.
I know. Now I wish my wife was home just so I could be like, "Do you remember how we set this up?" But text his wife.
Oh yeah, I probably could. BRB, I'm gonna go text your wife. Thanks, friend, for a reason.
It was something. It was something along the lines of like. There was. Oh, I remember. It was.
Okay.
It was like, oh yeah, it's great to have Ebenezer, get scared straight, and I went, but Spirit, I didn't know I was gay.
Yeah. Pretty good Michael Caine too.
Thank you.
You gotta go very nasal. I learned that from there was some movie with Steve Coogan and Rob Brydon. I think it was
Yeah,
called, like,
the trip. Yep, I know exactly.
Yeah,
what you're
and then
talking about.
Yeah, that scene with them trying to get the accent down, or
Is
the
that the
voice
one where they were
down.
doing the back
Very
and
funny.
forth? They're like, "I won't bury you. I won't bury you, Master Wayne."
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's
won't
very,
bury
very
you.
nasal indeed. Very nasal indeed.
I also you can even use his his name in order to get in Michael Caine, and that's how you can try to
Michael
like slip into the dialect a little bit.
Oh man,
Master Wayne, I won't bury you.
I feel like we're running out of actors that are fun to impersonate.
They're dying. I know.
Like
They're
the upcoming generation they're not giving us anything to work with.
I was recently talking. I think it might have been with Allie. We were talking about Christopher Walken, and it was like,
Yeah.
he's getting up there in years. He's like 80.
Oh, he's still
We
going
were
strong.
just talking about him. I'm gonna be
He's in
upset when that
Severance.
man goes.
You guys watching Severance on Apple TV?
No,
My mom actually just started watching it.
Oh, it's so good.
82.
That man should
82
not.
years
That man
old.
should not do anything risky.
We haven't
He's
even
fine.
gotten to that part yet. I honestly just preemptively pulled that up in case we needed to pull a smash or pass out of our ass. All right.
They were worried about how they were going to include me in their conversation, and I jokingly said a smash or pass before Sniff had a chance to say it.
Mm-hmm.
We're deciding
You
which
know
Elden Ring
Sniff
characters
loves
are fucked, and we've decided Christopher Walken.
this is the
But,
truth.
Christopher Walken's always the correct answer.
Christopher
though.
Walken was always the Elden Lord.
I would think Christopher Walken's in. I would think that he's decently healthy because you guys know that he's like a big time dancer, right?
No.
Yeah.
He loves to dance. Like
sure.
I think it's in his contract that he like wants to dance as much as possible, which is why he's doing it in so many movies that he's in.
But did you see? I mean, you've seen the Fatboy Slim video, right?
No, I don't think so. No.
Oh,
Oh,
on the
there is an
album
entire
cover.
music video where all he does is dance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. King of New York right there on the screen, two over from Severance. Yeah, King of New York has a great Christopher Walken dance scene. That's a weird movie, but it's very good. Lawrence Fishburne is in it.
Idiot, you're the film
Bunch of other
buff
people.
here. We could have been talking about film this whole time.
I know.
Oh my
I
God.
know.
You.
I'm sorry.
That's about no.
muffin.
I know about as much about films as I do about Elden Ring.
Oh shit.
You're not
Here,
into movies?
Oh man.
No,
Speaking of
and
films,
I went to film school.
You went to film
of
school?
films,
Yeah.
she did.
I went to film school. What?
I went to film school to be a game writer.
Ooh.
So I did the script writing section.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wait, what'd you do?
I was going to be a writer director, or at least that's what I wanted
shit.
to do. Yeah. Then what I ended up doing was dropping out.
Hey,
So
sometimes
yeah.
you just gotta
Well,
take care of
that's
yourself.
what I
first.
learned. That was the big thing I learned was if you want to be a writer director, just go start writing and directing. Don't sit in
Yeah,
the classroom
seriously.
listening to some professor talk about, why Casablanca is good.
Yeah. The only
Just
time
go
the
make what you
school-
want to see in the
I was
world.
gonna say the only way the school is ever gonna be helpful is if it's actively making you go and do the thing. Like that's part of your
Right. Also,
classwork.
And networking. But
Yeah.
I went to the first school I went to, the students were very cliquish. It seemed like they all knew each other already from high school. So it was very weird
Because
vibes.
they
Ooh.
just came out of high school. Of course they.
Yeah. And then the second time it was a commuter school. So like nobody was hanging around. Everybody would go to class and then just go home. Yeah. So I probably should have just picked a better film school than either of those two. But, yeah, here we are.
Video, you might be really good at this. You might be really good at this game that I made up with my wife.
Oh my God.
regarding films.
Yeah.
Ooh. Love games. What do we got?
So the game goes like this: is I name 2 actors within a movie, and you try to guess the movie.
Oh,
So
I
for-
love this.
So
All right.
for my go-to example, everyone in chat, we did this last time. So if you remember the answer, shut the hell
If
up.
you were here last week, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, don't ruin this. I want to see how quick Vidya gets at this one. All right, so this is my always go-to example: Kevin Bacon and Reba McEntire.
Oh, Tremors.
Yeah,
That was too
Immediate.
fast.
That was so
That was too
fast.
fast. That was too fast.
Hell yeah. And you know what's fucked up? I haven't even seen that movie.
Really?
Yeah, I actually just found out Reba was in it the other day.
Oh,
Oh, that must
Yeah,
that
'cause
must be
somebody-
fresh then.
It probably was just fresh. Yeah. I knew Kevin Bacon was in it, but I didn't think I knew about Reba until somebody mentioned it the other day. I always thought it was just a Jaws knockoff, but apparently it's amazing in its own right.
I
Like,
love it. It's a
Yeah.
sci-fi classic for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I gotta check it out.
Kevin Bacon has one of the best line reads when they finally like they kill their first worm, and he goes,
There's
Hey,
more than one
Earl.
worm. Oh shit.
"Earl, I found the ass end. Jeez, it's huge." When are we gonna do a Tremors watch together? Honestly, that's not a bad call. That's not a bad call at all, Ren. All right.
Ren, why would
that's
you do this to me?
What do you mean? Why would you do this? Al, I think you would enjoy
Oh,
it, Allie.
I got one that's. This is a pretty obscure movie, but
Oh,
let's see
no.
if you guys get this one.
Oh no!
Vin Diesel and Peter Dinklage.
Holy shit! What a
This sounds
Yeah.
familiar, actually.
did they allow Vin Diesel and Cyrano de Bergerac?
No.
Wait, what happened?
There was a recent film of Cyrano de Bergerac starring
Yeah.
Really?
Peter Dinklage as Cyrano.
It's supposed to be
interesting.
really good, actually.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They
it's
give him the big nose and
phenomenal.
everything?
I don't know. Here, let's see.
I don't think so because they're already. It's kind of he's
Was it
he's
like
a little
the
person, and
dwarfism?
so the
Yeah.
dwarfism
Let's
is
see, I
the
think
the hideous part.
Oh, he looks pretty
Right.
normal.
Okay.
He basically
As they are
presented
wont to
himself.
do in those kind of games, so that makes sense, I guess, or in those kind of movies. Fuck! I know it's a mob movie, because I
is a
know
mob movie.
I see Vin Diesel with hair,
Yep, Vin Diesel does have hair.
and I don't
In that
remember the
movie.
title. It's because my mom loves a mob movie because we knew mob people.
Ooh, all right. Love mob stuff.
Oh, you would have loved the story of going to sing at a mob wedding.
Ooh, damn. Like Johnny Fontaine in The Godfather.
Yeah,
like
I
it.
almost thought I was gonna die in the church too.
All right, so the movie is Find Me Guilty. It's a true story about a mobster. It was like the longest mob trial in history or something. Like it took like a year, and it was about this idiot who represented himself, and Vin Diesel plays that guy. And he's so charming that like there's actually a chance that he's going to win over the jury. It's a really interesting movie. It's Vin Diesel actually acting, which is something you don't get to see a lot.
Yeah.
It's not bad. I thought he was pretty good. I like this game, the 2-actor game.
Yeah. Oh, here's this one. This one might be on the niche side. So let's see if this one
Okay.
gets you. Forget I don't think I ever pronounced his last name correctly, but John Turturro
Okay.
and Steve Buscemi.
You only want one movie?
I mean, yeah, I've got one. I got one movie in mind that I'm thinking of.
Start listing them
Got
all.
3.
Okay.
I've got Barton Fink, Miller's Crossing, and The Big Lebowski.
You got the movie. You did get the movie, but now you get to decide
Which one was it?
Well, you get to decide
no.
which one it is. Which one am I thinking here?
I'm gonna go Big Lebowski.
No, it was Miller's Crossing, but good. That's a
Really?
good choice. Yeah.
Miller's Crossing. That's my favorite Coen brother movie.
Well, it's because you had just mentioned this gangster movie with Vin Diesel that made me think of Miller's Crossing.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
That's a great movie.
Every time something about like a gangster movie comes up in conversation, I'm always like, "But have you seen Miller's Crossing?"
Yeah. It really is like such an not underrated, but underseen mob movie.
Yeah.
I don't know why that is. Because
honestly, it's also
fantastic.
an underseen Coen brother movie too.
Yeah, very true. Out of those first three, it was Blood Simple, then Raising Arizona, then Miller's Crossing, and then I think Barton Fink was after that. What's it called? Those are like, they're not outside of Raising Arizona. People don't really talk about those movies a lot, which is weird.
Who'd you guys fan
Barton
cast in
Fink
the
is a
Elden
mind
Ring
fuck, by the
movie?
way.
Oh shit, I'm glad you asked.
Out of the
that,
gate,
man.
I'm gonna go John Turturro and Steve Buscemi as D and his brother. Out of the gate with that.
I could get behind that. Honestly, I can fuck with that.
I want a Danny DeVito fire giant. I said it.
100%. I have Tom Holland as Mikula. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
And Zendaya as Millennium.
Yeah,
it works.
They can be brother and sister. They can have fun with that.
Dave Bautista is going to be Rodon almost 100%.
Do you think Bautista or maybe either that
it's
or
going to
The
be
Rock.
an ex-pro wrestler. Yeah, it's going to be
The
somebody
Rock.
who is.
Or
I'm tired of The Rock being in thing.
Or the John Cena.
John Cena's a little too. I think he's too comedic these days. John Cena. I think he's kind of veered into that lane.
Yeah.
Especially with like Peacemaker.
I still think he's got better, more likely acting chops than some of the others.
Oh yeah, Cena is.
Dave Bautista, though, out of the three of them, I would go Dave, John Cena, then The Rock. The Rock had stopped acting for all I care, actually.
Yeah, I agree with that ranking.
Have you seen the?
Yes, I think Cena did have a heel turn.
Dark Souls joke text post with Jack Black. I have not.
I think I've seen that. Yeah, I think I know that one. It was on Reddit. It was Jack Black in the role of every main character, and it was just different looks of Jack Black over the years. So for him as like one of the dragons, it's just him in the Bowser costume from that interview he did. Stuff like that. It's funny.
I have thoughts on the Elden Ring movie as far as like Eddie Murphy style. That I would hope that they don't try to like recreate the game, but they instead like in the movie it touches on events that are talked about in the game, like the Night of the Black Knives or even
it's almost more like expansion of lore.
Yeah, like we actually get to see this world actually be alive.
Here's my problem.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't think they should. First off, I don't think they should make the movie.
I don't either, honestly.
But
it's a tough one. Yeah, it's like making a movie.
Will the movie ever get finished if George R.R. Martin is helping them figure out lore?
Oh, they better keep him far away from that set. I want his feet chained to the chair until he's done writing Winds of Winter.
Well, he doesn't need his feet chained. Diabetes is going to take those away from him soon anyway.
Oh, damn.
Oh, my God. Sniff.
15 years I've been waiting for the Winds of Winter. Oh,
I was going to ask,
he's just like, why are the fans bullying me? It's like, shut up, George.
I was going to ask, Ren. I was going to ask these two who they think, out of the Elden Ring characters, deserves to sit on the Iron Throne.
The Iron Throne?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Game of Thrones, like if we were to say out of
that's tough. I mean, realistically, any of them.
But like, who do you think would? out of like earn
Probably
it.
Morgott. I mean, Morgott deserved to be Elden Lord, honestly, in my opinion.
True.
He was the only one who believed in it.
I honestly, I think the actual person sitting on the throne would wind up being Godfrey. Like Godfrey would have just been what Robert Baratheon was.
Yeah, pretty
Like
much.
he would just be able to take it through pure strength alone.
Or what about Mr. Grafted Pants, Godric?
Oh, Godric? No, Godric's too chicken shit.
He does come from Stormvale, and Robert comes from Storm's End.
Yeah, but Godfrey
you know.
would still wipe the fucking floor with him though.
That's true. Yeah. Definitely
Like,
Lou
I mean,
wipes
if
the floor
somebody
with him.
like Kenneth Haidt is able to sit back and talk shit about Godfrey, like, then you know that dude's made of some weak shit.
That's true. Kenneth Haidt really did wander in from like a nicer fantasy story. I don't know what he's doing in the lands between.
Yeah, he's like
He
the
should be
one,
like,
he's like the one normal fucking person in the whole place.
yeah.
Godfrey's big
Man.
enough to the Iron Throne and the world's most bad dragon. Turn into a bad dragon toy. Oh, nice.
Disgusting.
If I had my if I had my choice of like who would I want, I would probably say Ronnie.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Yeah, she does seem like the most good option, right?
Yeah, I think so, at least.
Like morally good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting.
How about Midra? I would just say fuck it. Go full on Midra.
Yeah, we're just
Burn
gonna
this
say
shit down.
fuck it.
Yeah.
Man, the frenzy flame ending is really interesting, but it makes me sad just thinking about like all of life is just gone because I don't want that.
That's true. I really dislike that they did not let me keep the Sauron flaming eye head.
Oh yeah,
as
that would
like
have
a hat.
been actually a really sick cosmetic. I agree.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a mod for it. There's gotta be.
I'm sure there is. Actually, to circle back a little bit, now in the DLC, favorite boss, least favorite boss.
Ooh, least favorite boss is Promised Consort Radon.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
Mine as well.
You witnessed some of that. I cheesed him to win. Or actually, yeah, I guess.
What was your cheese?
I used Assassin's Gambit and like Quiet Footsteps, or I don't know. I turned myself invisible with a spell and an incantation.
Mm-hmm.
You sneak around to the side. He retreats to the
you did
little
the thing where he
staircase
basically walks off screen and just dies.
I sure did.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
I
As you
threw the rock
deserve.
pots at him. Then I turned myself into a tree.
Yep.
And then he wandered off to death. And he almost killed me from inside the stairs. His attacks could still go into the arena, and I almost died a few times. Yeah. Now, best fight in the DLC? I don't know.
I would say
I didn't really mind any of them.
The tie between my two, the tie I have for my favorite boss fights in the DLC is Dancing Lion and Midra.
Ooh, Dancing Lion is a good one. I did like Dancing Lion. Hippopotamus was kind of fun.
Hippopotamus was an interesting one. I just hated the arena it was in.
Yeah. The Boar Rider would be higher on my list if his hitbox wasn't like stupidly large when he's charging. Gaius, the Boar Rider.
Oh yeah, forgot about Gaius.
Yeah, Putrescent Knight. I don't know. I can't remember if I liked him or not.
Putrescent Knight was probably the one DLC boss that I actually like melted in my bow only attempt.
Oh damn! He wasn't closing the distance or anything.
It kind of was like, he was super easy to close the distance, but like I just got really, really good at dodging his shit and like.
Okay.
And I figured out how to dodge the like flame when he's like transitioning into second phase and he's like spreading fire on the ground because you can jump over it.
Oh, okay.
Again, the jumping.
Oh, you know what other boss I kind of liked, and I think that this is not a popular opinion, but Big Shitty Sunflower. I kind
Oh
of
yeah,
like
that
that
was
one.
fine.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'd heard that people were like, "This is such bullshit." It's like I remember seeing the boss finish an attack, and then take like a second before going into other stuff, and I was like,
Yeah.
more bosses need that 1 second break.
I
Like it's so. Ugh.
I have the same thing, but it's for Mateer. A lot of people don't like Mateer. I actually liked Mateer pretty well.
Oh, I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was so weird. It was just
Yeah.
a bunch of fingers smushed together. Yeah.
The fingers.
Many fingers.
Let me see
Yeah, and
your
then like
fingers.
then you kill it and then you go up the ladder and then that dude's like, okay, I guess I'm the mother of fingers
Yeah.
then. And it's like, why? Why is that the next option? Just go do normal stuff instead.
Why can't you just be a normal dude? Why do you have to become Mama Fingers? Like
Yeah, what's that about? Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, that was a good one. I really like that NPC little quest line
yeah.
of yeah, going into those. I mean, those finger graveyard, whatever the hell that was, those were really interesting locations, very eerie.
Those are
Um,
yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion that those are like crater sites. Like those are where the fingers first
Ooh.
showed up, and those are because they're supposed to be alien, alien to the
Okay.
lands between, and so that they came in from space, and those are areas where they crashed in.
So you're saying they fingered the ground?
Yes.
From space. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
This is just book talk. I'm
Space to
understanding
ground
now.
finger banging. You're correct.
This is just book talk.
And
Okay.
this is
is
just book
They
this is a
created
topic
a
I'm
lake of
familiar
rot,
with.
perhaps.
Um,
Also, I can't believe we haven't brought it up yet. The duplicated bosses kind of drove me a little nuts.
That one didn't
Um,
bother me too much because it was just us. It was just from exploring. I didn't really because I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have really sat there and thought that they were gonna make 160 odd brand new bosses every time.
I don't know why I did think that though. That's
I-
the weird thing.
I
I don't know
mean,
why I
like-
was like, I bet they made over 100 new bosses, and then it was like, oh, cemetery shade
no,
again.
yeah,
Interesting.
That's not gonna happen. Heads up, everybody.
No.
We do have a minute and 30 seconds before ads, so just a warning.
Oh, we're already at the like 90-minute plus mark, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
Elden Ring can do that. It makes time just
Yeah.
disappear for some reason.
Oh, I know. I've seen your streams.
Shut the hell up. Yeah, for the Night Rain release day, I started like 8 a.m. and I went all the way until like 2 a.m. So I streamed for like
Hell yeah.
17 hours.
That rules. When was that? How did I miss
What was that,
a
Thursday?
17
It
hour
was Night Rain, right?
Yeah. So it was on it was that Thursday.
Okay. Have you
I was
soloed any
Concerned
bosses?
for your health at that point.
I've come close. I've come close to soloing
Okay.
a couple of bosses.
And
It's hard.
any duos yet?
it's
Or is
super-
it just solos or trios?
It's solo and trio, but they did just put out an announcement today that that duos are they're putting that in soon. Like it's a
Okay.
really soon update, which is it's really funny when we did the network test, a lot of people's biggest complaint was the fact that there was no duos. But I was like,
Yeah.
I don't particularly care because, yeah, you can just get a buddy in and then just have a rando take the third slot. And that didn't bother me too
Right.
much, right? I changed my mind this weekend because apparently this weekend there was something going on in the net code that was causing issues for matchmaking. Like people were still matchmaking, but it was just taking way longer than it should have. So it was just there was a lot of issues. So there was a lot of dead time.
Okay.
And so I was like, oh shit. Yeah, no, now I do wish that there was a duos. So that way we don't have to sit and try to rely on if like matchmaking is rat fucked.
Right.
That being said, like I think once you kind of get used to the speed of Night Rain, I think soloing is pretty fun. And and it's stupid fun to play with like friends that you're on like a voice call with. The communication functions built into the game are terrible because it's just pings. Um,
Oh, okay.
um,
Yeah, I
but
feel like I'm gonna wait to get the game until like I'd like to see a content roadmap. I don't know if they release stuff like that.
they haven't put any kind of like content roadmap out. They're pretty good about like vocalizing when their patches are coming up though, so that way you have a pretty good like idea of what's to come. Like this patch that they did yesterday was more focused towards solo gameplay, and then a couple of different fixes just in general.
Okay, I worry about the content like getting stale, like not enough
I wonder
remix.
I wonder when that will come. But I don't know. Like so I'm kind of leaning into I think I like this almost more than just regular Elden Ring. Simply for the fact of its replayability. Like I can like every single round or like, a whole game session, it's roughly 40 minutes.
Yeah, that's what I heard. About 40 minutes for a game, which is not bad.
It's not bad. So it's a 40-minute session. And you're always starting back from level 1. You work your way up throughout the session because it's a roguelike. Fine. I don't really care about that either. It actually kind of gives it a boon. So like I'm able to just get the Elden Ring experience at a faster pace, and it's just pretty fun overall. Whereas like with regular Elden Ring, like for me to sit and decide like, yeah, I think I might start a new character, but then I'm like, fuck, that means like I got a lot of shit to explore, or like because I know where all the golden seeds are and I know all the pathing from like Deathless, and when I was kind of like in the background in my brain, like I was doing some practice for myself because I thought about maybe attempting a Deathless on Elden Ring. That like I basically was watching like hitless runs and what's the pathing in order, the most optimal path to try to get all of the flasks and different little like weapon buffs and shit that you can get really early before you even take on Margit. And and that pathing usually takes like about 45 minutes. It's a lot of setup. And
by the time you're done with that, you're like, do I even want to keep playing?
Yeah, I usually it's so hard for me to just keep my interest. And and in some ways I'm kind of, and I don't know if this is just because I'm getting older and I'm looking and valuing time differently, maybe. I don't know. But it's like I don't it's hard for me to even go back and play things like Dark Souls 2, 3, whatever. I've actually never really done a full replay of Dark Souls 3. I really, really liked it, but I've just never gone back and done a replay of it. Out of all the games, after
Elden Ring, you're gonna breeze through Dark Souls 3. By the way, I did I did a run off stream while I was starting Elden Ring just so I could get a little more FromSoft in my downtime. It wasn't enough doing FromSoft on stream all day. I need to do it off stream also.
If you do other FromSoft while you're playing FromSoft, it just kind of helps keep your muscle memory alive.
Yeah, and 3 went by really fast. It was shorter than I remember it being. Still a really, really good experience, that one. Except for Nameless King. I left him alone.
It's been already like a couple of years now that like because when I first started streaming, I was calling it like the Miyazaki March, and I was basically playing all of the FromSoft games from Demon Souls all the way up to Elden Ring. And at the time, I had not played Dark Souls 2 or 3 or Sekiro, so all of those were first playthroughs for me.
Sekiro's still, I think, the best thing they've ever made.
I really like Sekiro. Sekiro and Bloodborne are probably the two games that I have done like multiple replays start to finish of.
Yeah, I think Bloodborne's the only one I have the platinum for. Out of
I have the platinum
the
for
From
all of the games except for Dark Souls 3.
Damn, GG.
Thanks, man.
It's not easy with those covenants and all that.
Yeah, that's exactly why I don't. That's like 90% of the reason why I greatly dislike Dark Souls 1, because by trying to do the platinum for that,
Yeah.
I learned how dog shit that game is.
There's 300 covenants, and each of them goes up to
I-
level 30.
Yeah, I hold the very unpopular Souls opinion that I think Dark Souls 1 is very overrated.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I think it's way
Oh, man.
too. I think people suck its dick way too hard. Like, because if we want to sit and have an actual honest conversation about that game, everyone talks about how great it is up until you fight Ornstein and Smo, and then everything after that fight, it's awful. And I'm like, then it's not a great game, is it? That's
I
halfway.
always disagree with
the
that.
Onion guy.
Do what?
No, that's Siegmeyer or Siegwald, or there's some other Sieg.
Yeah,
name.
yeah. Sigward, yeah, they're all Sieg something.
Sieglinde, I think, the daughter.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
I think like, because Ornstein and Smo is basically the halfway point of the game, and after you beat them, it's the rest of the game is really dog shit, because all the areas you got to go to are they're just not well designed at all. Nobody likes.
are you thinking of the Giants?
I'm thinking of the Giants. I'm thinking of New Londo. I'm thinking of the.
I almost said I like New Londo, and I remembered the Black and Silver Knights, and then
well,
maybe I don't like
and the
New
fact
Londo,
that
actually.
the only bonfire that you get access to from New Londo is the one at Firelink. So if you die at
Wait, is New Londo the one with the ghosts?
Yes.
Oh, I was just thinking Anor Londo.
No.
Yeah.
Anor Londo,
Yeah, New
Anor
Londo is a pain in the
where
ass.
Ornstein and Smo is.
Right.
No, New Londo is the one that's directly below Firelink Shrine, but that's where the Four Kings are. And then
Yeah,
Lost
I did
Isolith,
not
where
like
you go
that fight.
the Bed of Chaos, which is probably the worst Souls boss of all time. Like,
It's the worst of the gimmick bosses for sure.
like back to back, at the whole back half of the game, and like Gwyn is a fine fight, just like mechanically, and from like lore perspective, it hits really hard with the music, but like the amount of hot dog shit you have to wade through in order to even get to that fight is so egregious that like nobody can sit here and tell me that like it's a perfect game. Like, go home.
Oh God, no.
And
No.
I just it just bothers me to my core of like how much people will sing the praise of Dark Souls 1 but then turn around and shit so hard on Dark Souls 2. And like, I get it, Dark Souls 2 has a lot of its own jank, but I'll tell you what, it's honest about its bullshit up front. It's a terrible game from start to finish, and it makes no hesitations to be upfront about it the whole time.
Damn.
It does not try to hide it at all. It is the most honest. It's as honest and in your face about it, and I appreciate Dark Souls 2 for that matter. Also,
That's
Dark
like
Souls
one of the
2 had
only
the
ones I have left.
Had the best like armor designs. It had the best fashion
Really?
souls. I think so. I think it's one of the best fashion souls in the games.
I'm gonna have to play it, not soon, because I got Elden Ring fatigue now.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dark Souls 2, it's like the only FromSoft game that I have that I haven't really done yet. It's like that one and Demon Souls, and then I've done all of them, I think.
Yeah,
Except
Demons
for, the Armored
Demons is
Cores
super
and all that.
easy. Honestly, once you've played all the other games,
Really?
going back to play Demon Souls, it's like, wow, this is ridiculously easy comparatively.
And I want to try out this Lords of the Fallen 2.0 they released.
I really
fantastic.
enjoyed Lords of the Fallen. I love the co-op aspect. It's a lot of fun. I think it's a lot of fun. I know a lot of people have their qualms on it. I get it too, but I don't know. I like it. Again, I'm the person that likes Dark Souls 2. I'm the person that likes Lords of the Fallen. So like I know I'm not sitting in
I don't trust you.
I don't sit in the popular camp. I'm the one at the lunch table eating his yogurt by himself like I'm fucking Steven Glansberg, okay? Name that movie quote.
Super bad.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
idiot.
great. Yeah. Steven Glansberg. Oh God. He's not the one with the people don't forget.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, Greg, why don't you
That
go
is
piss your
Cecilia.
pants again? Fuck you, dude. That was like in
Right.
4th grade. People never forget.
People don't forget. Yeah. Oh God, I haven't seen that movie in so long. That's a really good one.
Yeah, it's been a long. That's always been one of my favorite films. A fun.
Yeah.
It's a really good coming of age story, I think.
Oh yeah, dude, I remember like being in the theater crying of laughter during the whole montage of the penis drawings. It was like that was the funniest shit that ever happened.
And so, and so I'm sitting at my desk working on this big veiny triumphant bastard. Like, what a line! What a great line!
Oh man, oh, it is a good movie.
Oh shit! Well, I think we're hitting that point where we should probably start considering getting Nancy up.
We
and
might have to
running.
visit a Nancy
Yeah.
at some point.
Yeah,
Get Nancy in here.
get Nancy. Hell yeah! Well then, let me get a couple of things set up over here. How do I do this? Yeah, thank you, Vidiot, for the Elden Ring chat. I feel like I did way
Yeah,
more of the
thank you.
talking than you at this point. I feel like
I loved it. I thought it was great. Thank you guys for
That's
having
all that
me.
matters. No, it was a pleasure.
yeah,
was,
thank you
yeah, this
for
is a lot of
signing
fun.
up. Vidiot,
Yeah, of course.
as we extend to everybody, you're super welcome to stay for the Nancy portion.
Okay, I can hang out for a little bit.
All right,
We're
sweet.
starting a new Nancy today,
Yeah,
so
we're starting
we don't
you're
know
getting to catch a
how
Nancy from
bad the
beginning.
game is about to be.
Brand new Nancy.
A brand new Nancy. We solved the previous mystery, and now it's time to do the next. Let me get you all pulled up
Now-
so that way I can.
It can't be as bad as Japan, at least. So be
I
comfortable
don't.
knowing that.
Nancy Drew goes to Japan.
Nancy Drew Goes to Japan was the most racist thing I've ever seen.
I was just gonna say, I bet you it was a very sensitive time in Japan.
Oh, this was made in 2010.
There's no excuse for that then. I thought it was
And
like the
white
90s
people
or
were
something.
voicing Japanese characters.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
yeah.
really, really living it up on top. You know what I mean?
I was not a happy camper.
Oh man, Her Interactive. I'm not familiar with that company.
All they do is make Nancy games.
Yeah.
It is their one job.
Oh, all right.
They
Now, are
they
these-
are a
are
Nancy
these-
Drew factory.
Is Nancy Drew more like what's the age that they're going for with the demographic?
So
Like young adult?
Well, the books are like teen to like kids.
Okay. Is she like the Hardy Boys? But
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
she's
was
the
her-
female
okay.
version of the Hardy Boys.
The Hardy Boys sometimes
Okay.
make
100%.
appearances in this.
Yes, they
in
are
these
all
games.
friends.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Uh-oh.
all friends.
I need to use the little streamers room for just a moment. So
Go piss, girl.
I need to go make some soup, and then I shall be.
No.
Gross.
Wait, Vidi, do you know about the piss question?
No. What is the piss
Oh.
question?
Oh, I should
Let's
let
see if I've
Sniff
got
do
the
this.
piss answer.
I should let Sniff do this, but I'm gonna steal his thunder for once in my life.
Okay.
Because this is Sniff's question. I'm gonna put that out there. This is Sniff's question.
All right, so this is your question. Okay.
Exactly. So,
Just kidding.
a hypothetical situation. You are presented with the prospect of having the tastiest soup ever.
Okay.
It is. You are told that it's going to be the tastiest soup, bar none, that you will ever have in your life.
All right.
There is a little bit of pee in the soup. Do you
What
drink
kind
the
of
soup?
pee?
Human pee. You know that
pee?
there is human pee in the soup.
Do I
But
know
it
the
is-
human?
You don't get that information. No. You
What's
don't
their
get to know
medical
whether or not
history?
you're human. You don't get to know that information.
Oh, I don't get to know if they have like some kind of horrible disease.
You assume
That's
not.
transmitted
We
through
could
the
assume
piss?
that you're not going to die from drinking the soup.
So I won't die if I drink piss soup.
You will not die if you
Is it
drink piss.
noticeable? Am I gonna taste it and be like, there's piss in this? Or
It is the
it just taste like
tastiest soup.
And I just know that there's piss in it?
Yep.
I don't know. It's tricky.
Objectively,
wanna say yes,
this is the
but
tastiest
also-
soup.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a big soup guy. What kind of sandwiches do they have?
I feel vindicated because I am also not someone who wants to drink the soup. And Sniff is a big proponent of drink the soup.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of I can't imagine the soup. Well, I don't know. I can't imagine it being too much of a problem unless there's a problem with the piss. These are the questions, I guess.
You don't get to know whose piss it
know.
is. You just gotta trust that it's delicious.
That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know.
No, Guilford, we can't have the tastiest sandwich with
Oh.
there's feces on it.
I'll take the soup.
Absolutely not.
I'm team pass, not team piss.
Exactly.
Very funny.
Team pass. Let's go.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess no soup for me.
Video.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
many-
club of objectively
There's too many
right
variables.
people.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome to the club of objectively right people. It's so nice to have
Oh.
someone else in our
Oh.
camp.
Now I understand why you said I'm going to go make soup.
Yeah,
That
did
makes
you?
sense to me.
that's the context. I
Did
did
you-
ask him the question.
you
He
ask
said
him?
no.
Okay.
I don't think I would,
All
but
right.
because I don't know whose piss, I don't know the medical history of the person whose piss it is. I don't want to get some kind of crazy disease. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
If it's clean piss, different conversation.
Ethically
Yeah, think about
sourced.
Yeah, is it farm to table piss?
Is farm to table.
Oh, good God.
Honestly, I think the more fun part are people asking the questions that might make it justified for them to eat the soup. I think that's the more fun
That is the
part
best
of
part.
thing.
That's the real psychological.
That is the real
Like
interesting section.
that there is a limit to where you actually might consider it.
It's so Sniff. I've told you
Farm
about
to
my water to corpse ratio, right?
Your
What's
excuse me?
this?
My water to corpse ratio.
My
Radio.
Ratio.
I'm not aware of this ratio.
Oh, it's the theory that so you wouldn't swim in a pool with a dead body in it, but you swim in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And it's just
interesting. I see.
you can't see the corpse, but you can acknowledge that it's there and you're fine with that because the water is big enough that probability speaking, you're never going to see the corpse.
Right.
You're not going to take a corpse foot to the face. When you're trying to look at blood.
Exactly.
This
And
is like
everyone
the piss
has their
question.
if you were in a swimming pool and there was a corpse, would you go in the pool?
In the pool, no.
Yeah, probably not.
Mm-mm.
Well, how hot out is it? It's 100-degree day. Just kidding.
The mental gymnastics has begun.
Yeah, no, I probably wouldn't go in that pool.
Fair enough.
Sounds unpleasant.
It just sounds like it's just screaming. This is a bad day in the making.
Yeah.
Actually, that's
And
how the
then
film
the,
starts. It's just the dead body in the pool, and it's like, I bet you're wondering how I got here.
All right, Kuzco.
I was gonna say it's just Emperor New Grooves us.
Welcome to my
I want to see a movie where they say, I
latest
bet you're wondering
case,
how I
the
got here, and then it
Blackmoor
goes back,
Manor.
and then as the
You
movie
start,
progresses,
choose
they
junior or
never
senior
get back to that
detective.
original
If you're
scene.
new to adventure,
Like,
then
that
That's
just
actually
doesn't
great.
happen in the movie.
choose gameplay overview.
All right,
Wait,
here we
if you're
go.
new to adventure games or need some help, choose gameplay overview. Weird.
It's like it's like a tutorial, I think, like how to play the game.
Oh, I see. I see.
If this is your first ever
Oh,
Nancy, it kind of
Nancy.
teaches you.
I got you. Cool. Well, we never do that anyway.
No.
Dear Ned, greetings from Jolly
What did he
Old
pick?
England.
I didn't see
Although
it.
right now I'm not so sure about the jolly part.
Guess you'll find out, won't you?
Replay.
Blackmoor Manor,
No, I saw it on the
daughter of
replay.
one of our
Damn.
You
neighbors
son of a
is
bitch.
A daughter whose name is Linda recently married Hugh Penvellyn, a British.
Why do we have to play these
She
like they're
travels a
goddamn
lot, so
Souls
the only
games
people
every
at the
time?
manor with
It
Linda
was
are
so
Hugh's
nice
aunt,
last
Mrs.
time
Drake,
having
and
help.
Hugh's 12-year-old daughter Jane.
Sure,
The
but
thing
I
is,
mean,
Linda
ever
and
since Linda
Hugh.
moved into the manor,
but I
And
did
Belinda.
that.
has
I did
gone
that in the
downhill.
spirit of.
She's practically
It was for
bedridden,
something.
and no
Oh,
one
it's
seems to
because
know
it
why.
was
Her
celebrating
mother
our
has been
1
something
year.
that's terribly wrong and wants me to find out what. So here I am, about to be dropped off at a huge centuries-old mansion in the middle of a dark,
But see,
foggy
that's the thing.
moor.
Junior
I
mode
can't
feels
tell
like a
whether
really
the
special
butterflies in
kind
my
of thing.
stomach are because I'm excited or just a
It's
tad
like normal
creeped
fucking
out.
gameplay, dude.
Talk to you soon. I hope. Nancy.
She said that
Wait,
line.
which
like she
one
almost
did you
took a
choose?
shit.
Was that
Is this
supposed to be
hard mode?
Irish?
Maybe. Wow, for one of the older ones, this looks pretty good so far.
So far, I can't wait
Is it
for it to be
2010?
incredibly cursed.
I don't know how old this one is. I know it's one of the older ones because of the UI in the like opening menu, but
Hold on, I can look. Ew. 2004.
Who's there? Hello?
I was like in the 8th grade, I think.
You don't want to know what grade I was in. What grade were you in 2004?
Out there. Where, child?
7th,
Over
I think?
there. I mean, something was
Maybe-
out
Sniff, can I
there.
make you feel bad?
Come
Oh, yeah, you're not gonna make me feel bad.
4th grade.
Okay. Then
That's not that bad.
Mrs. Drake. I take it you are Nancy Drew?
Yes, and I really did see something, Mrs. Drake. I
then I
heard
had to be in
something
the
too.
6th grade. That- yeah,
People
that's
are
not that far
always
away.
seeing and hearing things on the moor at
okay.
night,
I need to
especially
go,
you
I need
Americans.
to go help give
Why
Grace
don't you
some
just
medicine,
go
so
on
2
up to your
seconds.
room? It's the one
Hey,
with the
Pete.
moon on the door.
I'd like to see Linda, if I could.
I'm afraid Linda is.
Are we supposed to be paying attention to what these
not
characters are
quite
saying?
ready to meet
Yeah.
with you just now.
Oh, alright.
But please come see me after you've unpacked. I'll be in the conservatory.
All right.
We're supposed to
thank
meet
you.
someone named Linda. Linda's not cool with meeting us just yet. And since Sniff is gone, we can't actually do anything.
Oh, damn. All right.
You know, man controls the entirety.
Right out of the gate, I'm looking at that crest above the fireplace.
Oh, it's gonna be a puzzle. It's
yeah.
destined to be a puzzle.
I think I figured it out. We'll see if I'm right.
Oh, I just did a quick Google search to see what exactly this game is about.
Okay.
Linda, the girl we're supposed to meet, is the daughter of Nancy's neighbor.
Okay.
And she's at this cursed haunted manor, apparently. That seems to be the vibe.
There it is, the crest.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're back.
I figured this one out. Cool. I think I know this.
You got it? You know the puzzle?
I think
Balls.
Oh, what is it?
Okay, so the bird has 2 wings, and there's 3 fireballs, then 4 circles, and a 5-pointed star. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5. But I don't know
Oh,
what
if it
those
was only
numbers are
that
for.
easy in senior
John
detective mode, though.
Penvellyn.
If it's actually that easy,
I don't know
I'll
what
cry.
it'll be. I don't know what it'll be for, but I don't know. I play a lot of point-and-click adventure games.
This one is very like the puzzles are way harder than you think, though. Unfortunately,
In a
Okay.
this one the
faraway
puzzles are
place,
kind of mean.
Beside a pond since gone dry, there lived the sexiest frog named Greenie.
Oh my god.
Granny was content to live by himself and never ventured into the pond, for back then it was filled with corpses and it was a fearsome place. The
Jesus
corpse to
Christ.
And the ratio
water
was way
ratio
off.
was way off. It was full of crocodiles that lurked beneath the surface, which crocodiles usually go for larger prey, but I get the point. It's like Frogger, but he's a toad. No, he's a frog. Just waiting for a tasty little morsel like Granny to swim by. There it is. But one day, the pregnant rock lady, a beautiful princess, appeared on the other side of the pond. Like Granny, she was by herself. For she
Pregnant rock lady.
had been unfairly banished from her father's kingdom because she got pregnant by a rock. By Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh
Niff,
no!
if you keep this line going, I will bring back the Pokemon fan fiction. I swear to God.
What's that?
Sometimes at night, Granny would just stare at the dick drawings that were forming
Viddy, you don't know?
Surface.
Yeah, I'm familiar
You
with
don't know
this.
about the Pokemon lore that they put out that was so incredibly cursed and includes old school Pokemon essentially being parents of humans with people.
What?
Yeah, it's it's a wild
like
time.
Pokemon bestiality?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like
no,
that.
no. It's not a good
Yeah,
thing.
hot
I never
take.
said it
That's not good. Yeah.
Hot take.
Yeah,
it's
no.
not-
And this was put out by Game Freak.
Oh boy. Well, they've earned the freak part of their name.
Oh, I think they earned that a
Damn.
long time ago.
He longed
Yeah,
to
probably.
swim across the pond so they could keep each other company, but he knew the crocodiles would eat him if he tried. So he sat on the shore, croaking mournfully in the moonlight, all alone. How's that? Is that a good?
Yeah, that was weirdly good.
Thank you. Okay. Then one day, a kind-hearted water fairy, who was totally cool and not weird-looking at all, appeared in the mist above the swamp that surrounded the pond and told Granny that she would help him cross the pond so that he and the princess could be together. And then
Knowledge.
we slipped a piece of paper in the middle of the fucking book. And we started a band called Earth,
obviously I've
Wind,
seen
and
these before.
Fire.
This is how that band came to be?
Probably.
I had no idea this was the
Shit.
story.
We'll
yeah,
need a
okay, that's
screenshot.
the regular. No, those are the regular signs for those.
You don't need a screenshot for this?
Okay, fine. I'll take a screenshot.
I just only because we can't take it. That's all I'm.
Okay.
Just because I put it on Senior Detective doesn't even mean we need to make it harder on ourselves.
Oh. Who's making it harder for us?
How? Granny asked. I cannot swim across, for the crocodiles are fast and fierce, and have eaten more friends and relatives than I dare to count. And I can only count to at least 5, I think. You will have to swim, the water fairy replied, for I shall make a path for you. And don't forget, crocodiles tend to hide in the middle of the pond and near trees, and they hate boats. They're boatists.
Pause for a second. Pause. Granny is slowly turning into Winnie the Pooh in this story, I think.
I apologize to
All right.
Jim Cummings.
They are incredibly racist to boats.
Oh, bother.
Oh, bother. And with that, a lily pad suddenly appeared in the pond in front of Granny. Although he was still afraid, he summoned his courage and hopped onto it. And thus began the game Frogger. Then another lily pad appeared. And after that, another. They were kind of going in crisscross paths, so the little bastard had to time himself correctly, else he would fall in. Granny leapt from one to the next, his tiny heart pounding in his chest. Until at long last he leapt from the last lily pad onto the dock where the princess sat. She was delighted to see the little frog, and when she realized that Granny had made the perilous journey across the pond just to be with her, she smiled for the first time since her banishment.
Wait, did we know
She was
had
horny
been
for
banished?
Frog.
Yeah, we did. I was just, it kind of got mired in my rock pregnancy jokes. So grateful was she for Granny's company that she gave the water fairy a gift, a bright red key, which the water fairy soon put to use. And that's how the minstrel cycle began.
Hey,
The
yo.
end.
That was beautiful.
I was listening while AFK, and I'm very confused. What's going on with this sexy frog? A lot of things. The end. I hope you enjoyed our story. There's a box, and in that box is a snake. And if you pull on the snake, it turns the box around.
Oh no! Oh, why is it coming true?
All right, I think we're gonna have to figure out something else with the here. Oh, okay, I see.
Oh, you think?
It's got different sides, so we got to figure out, I guess, maybe the color for horny bobcat, for regular lion, and for hail hydra.
Oh, hey, be careful with that last reference there.
Oh, and then the rabbit. There's horny bobcat still. Oh, we also have Pisces. Yep. This way. Is this my suitcase? Has to be.
Yeah, we just arrived at the manor, I think. We have to
Gotcha.
go to the conservatory
What?
to meet with the lady, apparently.
Cool. Yeah, because I walked away when.
Yeah.
Hope to meet the lady wearing
Wonder
her
what
clothes.
goes there.
Power move.
Something fits in here, but what?
Probably the frog. Let's see. Back up. What's here? Oh, Jesus. Do we... Oh.
What's Cassiopeia? Just a dude on a lounge chair?
Yeah. Yeah, he can't
Just chilling?
Can't handle the sick
It's the-
beats.
Cassiopeia is Latin for chillin'. Hell yeah.
The links. Okay. I can't really tell if this is meant to be like a book or what, but we'll just kind of keep it
It's
going.
something we're gonna need in a minute.
A tripod. For a camera, maybe?
Or maybe it's a thing for like the special telescopes meant for the stars because we're so in this astronomicon thing. What's this? Oh, okay. This is how we go to bed. Cool. I don't want to
Oh,
be here.
sniff, hold.
What? Oh no.
Clip coming.
So grateful was she for Granny's company that she gave the water fairy a gift, a bright red
If it works.
key, it is, which the water fairy soon put to use. And that's how the minstrel cycle began.
Hey, yo.
Huh! You can turn the light out.
There's the black light.
Oh, God. Stains everywhere.
Hey, let's see who had the soup. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
Annoyed AO at the end. Whoa. Somebody likes, shit, what's his name?
Zeus?
Somebody likes shit.
No, the Greek-
Apollo?
Apollo, thank you. All right. Let's get the hell out of here. Can I turn around? I can, and there's nothing there. What happens if I... Cool.
Oh, Ethel, do I have to learn this?
Yes, I'm afraid you do.
If I do well, can we play a game?
Yes, but only in French.
Oh.
Who the
Ew. That sounds like the worst kind of game to play.
Who was even talking in that scene?
It's probably the
I
kid
need
we
the
have to
key.
meet that we don't have permission to see yet.
Busy.
Oh, okay.
This is not a good time.
I'm like,
Yeah, they said that like she's not allowed to see us and
Come
the
back
game will like
later,
hard lock
please.
things like that until you've checked off like
Hmm.
the other things you're supposed to do.
I need
Okay.
something else for this.
All right, well, we're definitely going to do something with that guard.
Stay in Italy as long as you want, then. Some kind of husband you're proving to be.
Wait.
It's not all in my head. Don't bother.
Italy is just in your head.
You take that back.
Silly goose, there's no such thing as an Italy.
You take that back.
We found the lotion.
It puts the lotion on
Linda?
its skin.
Hi, it's me, Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew, our friendly neighborhood detective. Well, welcome to Blackmoor Manor. I apologize for greeting you under such unusual circumstances.
The actual animators
moved.
didn't want to actually draw me, so we're just hiding me behind a curtain.
We're gonna get a second half reveal.
I was gonna say, it's very rude to not move the curtain.
So, how are you feeling?
right.
How am I feeling?
No, this is the mom.
But this says your mother's very
I
concerned about
feel
your
like
condition.
Something really strange is
Oh, maybe it is the
happening.
child.
Your mother is very concerned about your condition.
Oh, you're right.
My
That is the
condition?
child in question.
What's my mother told you? What her son-in-law keeps telling me? That it's all in my head? That I'm just an unhappy new bride? That I just need time to adjust?
Ooh.
I'm tired all the time, my mouth is dry, my vision is blurry. But that's not important. Here's what's important, Nancy. There are some doors that should never be opened. There are some doors that hold secrets which must never be known.
Sounds like somebody
everything you
gave
need to
her a
know.
red key.
Now if
Mummy, can I come
Sounds
in?
like a
No,
mystery
you're
we
supposed
should
to
get
be in your
involved
lessons.
with.
Lessons are over. I want to meet Nancy.
I said no, Jane.
Nancy.
Okay.
Nancy.
That was my
You
stepdaughter.
sound like a nonce.
She can be such a pest sometimes. Anyway, I understand you feel an
Jesus.
She's a
obligation
literal
to
child,
love
but
me.
okay.
Trust me. There's nothing you can do.
Okay, they're girl from the
Welcome to
Parent
stay.
Trap.
But I strongly recommend that you go home as soon as possible.
Does Nancy get paid for this? Like, why is
No.
Nancy putting up
Never.
with this?
She never. gets
No,
paid
she
for
just
shit.
loves to be a snoopy little white bitch.
Okay.
Please, Linda, just tell me what's wrong.
It was like this or become a Karen, I think.
Linda? Okay, I'll let you rest. But I'll be back. I'm here for you if you need me. Hi, Linda. Okay, I understand. I'll talk to you later.
Sniff. I
Linda.
keep trying to talk to this lady who's like, fucking leave me alone.
Yeah. Linda's the master at the Mexican standoff. As my mother used to call it. All right, let's see.
This must be Mrs. Drake's room. Guess she's not in her room.
No, because didn't she say she'd be in the conservatory?
Somebody's gonna get a golf club in their face in a second.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
just a parrot. Polly want a cracker?
Not Polly! Lolo! 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 Lolo!
Okay, I get the
Lolo's gonna
point.
get
Lulu.
fucking euthanized in a second.
Lolo! Lolo!
Do you by any chance know Latin?
Quiste rogavit, bene vidi vici, semper ubi sabubi, morituri status...
Zabooby.
I'll take that as a yes. Would you mind translating something for me?
Fire away!
This is
bizarre.
This bird.
Why
knows
is the bird having
perfect
conversations?
English. Yeah, the bird can do conversations.
It's a multilingual
Equinoctium
conversationalist.
The longest day of the year is solstice.
This bird knows more languages
the
than
summer
me.
solstice. The shortest day is Bruma, the winter solstice. Equinoctium vernum is a spring equinox. Equinoctium autumnalis is a fall equinox. Day equals night. Lulu's always right.
and it understands
Bye,
rhyming.
bird.
Don't leave me. I love you. Who's a pretty bird in the mirror?
The "Don't leave me, I love you" was something else.
Bye, bird.
It's like ChatGPT with feathers. It's crazy.
This is what they had in mind for Grok.
Yeah.
Oh God.
They're so funny. Elon's notes, it just says, make Nancy Drew game real, and it's underlined.
I need the key.
Polly is a stupid bird. Polly is a stupid bird.
Don't put yourself down, Polly.
Actually, Polly, put yourself down more, please.
Honestly, Polly, that's right. Fuck the haters. Nobody can hate you more than you hate yourself. Goddamn right.
There goes my cell phone. Hello?
Hi, Nancy. It's Mrs. Petrov. How is everything? Have you seen Linda yet?
Kind of.
Literally speaking, no, but I did talk to her. Not that she told me anything.
I'm just about at my wit's end. I've never known her to act like this. The last doctor that examined her said that aside from a little dry skin, which is not unusual for her, she was perfectly fine.
I love how mom's like, she's a little bit ashy, but like,
I was gonna say she's just got a case of eczema.
she's always been a little ashy, but you know, not a big deal.
So what if her athlete's foot has found its way up her arm? Who cares? Maybe she's just not happy.
Maybe she's just unhappy here.
I don't know why. I mean, she absolutely adores Hugh. She was thrilled when they got married and couldn't wait to start a new life with him and his daughter there in England. Something
You sure
has
about that?
changed her. Something in that house. Hugh is just as bewildered and upset by her behavior as I am. Please get to the bottom of this, Nancy. You're our last hope.
Seems like they should have gone to a couples therapy instead of coming to me, but all right.
Obi-Wan Canancy.
No, Nancy's the last hope.
Yeah, we're Obi-Wan Canancy. We're their only hope.
Oh God.
Where is Hugh?
He was called to Rome. As a diplomat, he's always being called out of the country without warning
Whoa.
and without any say in the matter. He'd much rather be there with Linda. Although,
Yeah, although
Although what?
it's just that Hugh said it hasn't been very easy for him to talk to her lately. Whenever he calls, which is at least once a day, Linda always seems to fly off the handle for no reason, which doesn't make sense. Linda has always been extremely level-headed and even-tempered. She never gets angry. At least she didn't used to.
Linda's tripping now. She's different.
Who exactly
Linda's
is
on
Mrs.
something.
Drake?
She's Hugh's aunt. She's taken care of Blackmoor Manor ever since her brother died. He was Hugh's father. She's a bit of a character.
In what
shit.
way?
The way she spends all her time in that conservatory, slouching around, trowel in hand, murmuring to herself. You'd think she was burying something.
oh wow,
Or somebody.
Ren's mastered Welsh.
Oh, Ren.
Goodbye, Mrs. Petrov.
Goodbye, Nancy. Oh, one more thing. My niece is on call and her husband's out of town, and I told her I'd go over there and babysit if she had to work. So if you call and I don't answer, that's why. Bye.
So in other words, don't call me for a hot minute. Got it.
Yeah.
Game said we are taking away this very easy exposition source.
Hang on a second. Here's a thought.
Yeah.
Here's a thought. Turn
Dangerous
around.
thing, but okay.
We want to grab a screenshot of this because that looks like a fucking maze.
That's a labyrinth. That's a little mazy poo.
Little maze
Got it.
poo-poo. Little maze poo-poo. Alright, there's Hermes. There's the...
Recognize John Locke on the wall.
Yeah. Is that, what...
Wait,
is
John...
this- I was gonna say, is
That's
that...
him right there, yeah.
Okay.
But he's the only one without a crest under him. That's weird.
Oh, yeah. That's a good...
'Cause he's not part of the family.
Yeah. Poor guy.
I don't... Why are we
Looks
so...
like a piece is missing.
Oh, there. The arrowhead's
does?
missing.
Yeah, that.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Whoa. this is definitely missing a piece.
Looks like a piece
Yeah.
is missing.
Nancy, I feel like you should be less casual when you say that about a missing head, but
Can't
that's
leave
fine.
Blackmoor yet.
I can't leave Blackmoor yet. I
You
don't
sure?
know.
We could leave at any time. We have free
Oh
will,
my
Nancy.
god.
Oh no.
Virtual tarot.
It's not.
Oh, that's not tarot.
That's not tarot.
Betty, Penny.
What are the rules to this game?
These are. Oh, not all of them. Oh
Wait.
shit.
I'm terrible at these memory puzzles. Oh shit.
Is it a memory game?
Maybe it's not. I have no idea what this is.
What the
Do you
fuck
guys
is
have any
happening?
idea? Yeah, do you guys know
No.
how this works? I
Nope.
can't
No,
figure this
he's
out.
hitting buttons.
I'm just seeing what happens. It's the flute again. This one. Cool. All right, I guess I just won. I won this column.
Okay. I'm guessing you have to do it for the rest of the columns now.
Looks like I just won it again. Game can eat shit. Yeah.
Okay, but the thing is, if you accidentally do this, is this gonna fuck us up later when we actually have to do it for real with instructions?
A parrot. So I can only click on what's been flipped. Oh shit!
Damn, you're on a roll.
How the fuck are you doing this?
Oh shit!
Get this man to Vegas now.
Yeah, seriously. Sniff, you want to pick my lotto numbers?
Let's do this one. Oh!
Get the fuck out of here.
What the fuck is happening right now? Sniff, do you not need me for these games? Is that what I'm understanding here?
No, not at all. That's not what we're understanding.
I don't know. I don't think you need me, buddy. I think you got this.
Shut the hell up.
I think you got this.
Boom! Look at that.
Damn.
Chat, what do you guys think? Nah, I'm not offended. I'm proud of him.
There's no way this is a puzzle.
No, this is like one of those bullshit games and games that they do.
Oh,
I still don't know the rules.
I don't either.
I don't understand what the
I
fuck
don't
is
either.
happening.
That's the thing. Did I just get it?
What the fuck is happening?
Oh, this rules.
I mean, like, come on, give me the world.
You're not Ren. You're not wrong, Ren. He's doing fantastic. It's just, what is he doing?
I don't know.
Like, literally, what is he doing?
Conquering the world
Apparently.
of this puzzle. Damn.
I mean, then I gotta win, right? Like, that's easy win. If I just won this by being bullshit.
Sorry,
Buddy,
Betty.
I want a
you
text
lose.
box to
Yeah,
pop up
Betty, you fucking
and say, like, now
did.
explain.
You,
I want a
you
text box
literally
to
did
ask
beat
you to
it.
explain your work.
Oh
Like,
my
why
god.
did this work?
All
The
right.
teacher and me would only dream.
I don't know what I do from here, though. I beat Betty, but
What's
I
your
don't...
winnings?
What did I win?
Yeah, what do you win?
Yeah, what did that get us? I don't know. I'm afraid to push anything.
Why?
Also, I didn't realize you were playing against somebody named Betty. I didn't know what Betty was.
Who's Betty, and who's Penny? Like, truly, I have no context for any of this.
Oh, I wonder if these were like you can lock them in once. I don't know. Does it just do it again, or no?
I bet you
it
should come with
saved it.
instructions.
Fuck me. Nope. All right. Wait. Oh shit! I wonder if there was a key. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
You're gonna have to do this again inevitably. So.
Yep, that's fine.
Oh, that looks familiar.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw that earlier.
That one too, yeah.
Okay. Let's go into this room, I guess. Wait a minute, check it out. Somebody's got a Lulu
shit.
on their shoulder.
Oh,
Is he the one that told it was stupid? Because fuck that guy.
Because fuck that guy.
Wait, I have a question.
Oh, I bet this is the doofus that's gone off to... What's your question?
So, does this... Hold on, I forgot my question. Never mind. I had a brain fart. Which is deeply upsetting, but it's fine.
We found somebody.
Ah, yes. Are you here from the agency? It's about time.
No.
The what?
No, I'm Nancy Drew, a friend of Linda's.
How do you do? I'm Nigel Mukherjee. I'm researching the Penvillen family, and Mrs. Drake has graciously opened the library for me. Nothing much has been written about the Penvillens. Until now.
This dude's accent is atrocious.
What do you mean? He's
do you
just
think that is?
British,
It might have
Sniff.
He's
something to do with
British.
their scandalous history. Or perhaps it has something to do with the family treasure.
The family treasure.
Scandalous history?
Well, having a family member burned as a witch can hardly be considered a mark of pride, I dare say. And
Wow.
then there's the whole business with the Blackmoor beast.
Racist.
Oh, what now?
Blackmoor beast?
It's a story that's been told for generations out here. During the 1600s, many of the villagers reported seeing a strange beast with red eyes and giant fangs prowling the moors. They asked the mistress of Blackmoor Manor, Eleanor Penvillen, to put a bounty on the beast's head. But, oddly enough, she not only refused, she forbade anyone from hunting the creature. It
Forbade.
was rumored that the beast was
Forbade.
Eleanor's husband, whom she had cursed for finding out too much about the Penvillen secret.
When I was walking up to the house, I saw something with red eyes that called out to me.
Really? How extraordinary.
Nancy.
Are you sure it wasn't just jet lag?
Positive,
Are you
and
sure
I
it
heard it
just
make this
wasn't
kind of
jet
growling
lag?
sound.
Perhaps it was the cursed husband of Eleanor Penvillen, prowling about the moors in search of lost Yanks.
Who's Eleanor Penvillen?
Eleanor Penvillen, tried and convicted of witchcraft in 1650, quite the height of the witch trials here in Essex. It was rumored that Cromwell arranged the conviction.
Isn't e-sex just what we do now in the modern era?
Oh, Sniff.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, thank you.
If I was there, I would have given you a high five for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gigantic dork.
Cromwell?
Oliver Cromwell? Ironsides? I suppose they don't teach history any longer in the U.S. Lady Penvillen was a rather vocal critic of Cromwell's policies and helped many of his enemies flee the country. Whether she actually was
Good,
a
fuck
practitioner
Cromwell.
of witchcraft is unknown, although many visitors to the manor during her tenure reported hearing strange, ghostly bells. Some even saw phantom hands floating about the manor, tolling their charmed chimes.
Okay, buddy.
Tell me about
That was like the one
Penvillen
thing I
family
remember about
treasure.
Cromwell.
For centuries, the Penvillens have
school.
been very secretive. Some
hold
believe
on.
they're protectors of a fabulous treasure, or of some dark secret.
I don't feel like
Yeah,
I'm that familiar with Cromwell.
I just remember a history teacher saying, never praise Cromwell to somebody from Ireland.
No.
Like, that's a good way to get, like, just destroyed in a fight. I think he was, like, I think he might have been partially responsible for the potato famine, I think. I don't know. I'd have to check. He's not a good guy.
Where's Chris when we need him?
Yeah. Chris, get your
We have a
ass
friend
out here.
from Ireland. Where's Chris? Someone summon Son of Ultron. Actually, I can do it myself.
Who are all those? Yeah, Chris, we have a question for you. Does the name Oliver Cromwell mean anything to you? Cromwell the cockmongler. Jesus.
God.
I actually cockmongler. That's a good one.
I don't think he's actually here. We can keep going until then.
Who are all those paintings of in the Great Hall?
Those are the Penvillans who owned Blackmoor Manor at one time or another.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Farewell.
Bye.
Yeah, he's just gonna sit there and loudly fucking type.
Fascinating piece, isn't it? James Penvillan sculpted it in 1591, although it appears that wand was added at a later date. He was quite a flamboyant figure and never married. But one day, a child appeared quite mysteriously in the castle, and he took her in as his own. That was Eleanor, and many of the townfolk believed her to be a changeling or fairy baby.
I wonder how that starts. They're just like, see that baby over there? Has magic powers.
Yeah.
It's not that. It was like, so the whole thing of that was like, they would just act in a non-traditional way.
Interesting.
A lot of historians now are like, it was very likely just how they considered autism.
That would explain
Oh,
his
that's
source
very
of
sad.
Yeah, and it's just because like they didn't understand it at the time, right? Like,
Right. Yeah. Damn.
and it makes sense in like the worst possible way.
Right, yeah.
I doubt you'll find much of interest in there. They're mainly law books. Charles Penvillan was a prominent judge in the 16th century. Sad to say, he lost his son at a young age, left his estate to his grandson, Thomas. Those manuscripts are very old and brittle. They date back to the 14th century. Odo Penvillan collected most of them. His father, Randall, and his
Odo?
son Milo were
That
rather
rules.
more interested
Like Star
in
Trek.
military victories than in book collecting.
Idiot, were you not aware that back in the 1600s they were huge Star Trek fans?
Yeah. I heard about that.
I think I read it in a book once.
Yeah, there's two things I know. Oliver Cromwell,
I couldn't quite
and that
track
they were
the
fans of Star
provenance
Trek in the
that
1600s.
age, but Philippe must have brought it back from the New World. He became quite wealthy as a merchant in the Americas
I don't
and
think he
restored
would have brought this
Blackmoor's
back
original
from the New
splendor
World.
after it had been abandoned for
Yeah, I was just gonna
years.
say, that doesn't
His
look like
daughter
something from the
Penelope
Americas.
Continued the renovation, commissioning the construction of this library by Roger Vizier, who built a similar
What
one
hat
for the
is that?
French general Jean Leboeuf.
LeBouf.
It sounds like a made-up
Do
French
you mind
name.
if I use this computer?
No, not at all.
Unfortunately
but
not.
it's very old. Feel free
Maybe.
to use mine if I'm not here.
Who's Alan?
See, case in point,
Alan
Shia.
Penvillan was a noted researcher in computers
Oh, yeah.
and languages.
Forgot about him.
Jane let me.
I know
He's
how.
easy to forget
He's a
when he's
lunatic.
not.
Much of interest
Yeah.
in it.
What's the
I
password?
think there's a documentary coming out about his acting classes that he used to run. That should probably be an insane documentary.
I do like that it's just John the Beef.
Is that what it
No,
is?
Donk.
John
Yeah,
the Beef.
LeBouf means beef. Now that's someone who
should bring
always
that-
had
that name back.
Collections of French
Shia the
novels.
Beef.
She was a patron to a raft of artists.
What's up? My name is
and
Shia
her
Beef.
salon was quite popular. She was quite the libertine, even kept her maiden name after her marriage.
How scandalous.
Oh my,
Scandalous.
it's fucking scandalous. Goddamn whore.
Goddamn war. You little slut. Oh, Jesus. Oh, hello.
What's that?
Oh, we found the frat. We found the frat.
Yeah.
There it
the
is.
frat lodge.
It's a fucking cricket frat. That's fucking lame.
A sponsor of the E-Sex Cricket Club. That's kinky.
Wonder what happened.
I do
in
love that you
there.
keep saying that like it's e-sex, and it brings me so much joy.
Please stay out of the kitchen until the fire damage is repaired. Jesus. They
Makes me
probably
want to
had a
check the kitchen
case
out even more.
of too many cooks in the kitchen. What's in here? Alright, this just takes us back to... Oh my god, look at this door.
Bam. Gotta be something good back there.
Conservatory. Oh my god, it's like Haunting on Hill House.
Oh, good God.
Never saw that. Should I check that out?
Oh, video. Yeah.
Haunting Hill House?
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep hearing it's like one of the best horror things to come out in like
in
forever.
quite some time, yeah.
Did you guys ever watch that Fall of the House of Usher on
I did.
Netflix?
I loved that. It was so good.
It was good?
I thought
okay,
it was
I'll check
really
that out
good.
too.
Whoa, this is cool. It's a weeping bell.
A carnivorous
Oh, yeah.
plant. Cool.
It's the loudest
Oh,
fucking
I think it's
fly.
about to carnivore.
It did.
Do you think that's the way that they're going to try and kill us?
Good idea.
Do what?
Do you think that's the way they're going to try and kill us?
Oh, stick us in the plant? That'd be interesting.
Right?
We found the lady. We found her plants.
Messing with her plants is probably not a good idea.
That looks like a
All
sliding
settled in?
block puzzle.
Good. I'm happy that you're visiting Linda, but I know how much you teenagers like your televisions and loud stereos, so I must insist that you act respectfully and civilly while you stay with us. Since my nephew Hugh is away on business, I am in charge of this household. And if there's one thing I cannot stand, it's noise. Hugh's daughter Jane is staying with us and would very much like to meet you, but please try not to distract her. She has her studies and mustn't be disturbed during her lessons.
For someone who doesn't like noise, she sure yaps a lot, huh?
I know. They're always fucking like this.
Is anyone else staying here?
We do not have any permanent house staff, if that's what you mean. The Penvillans have always been self-reliant. We get on quite well without being continuously mollycoddled by a squadron of insipid, gossiping ne'er-do-wells. We do
Mollycoddled.
have two other house guests. Are Mr. Nigel Mukherjee, who is researching the Penvillan family history in the library.
I'm obsessed with that
and
last
Ethel
name.
Bossany, Jane's tutor.
Mukherjee.
It's a good one.
I've just never seen anything like that before.
Do you know what's
Oh,
wrong with
I've known a
Linda?
couple people with that last name.
Linda simply needs
Really?
some time to
Yeah.
adjust to her new living situation. England is not the United States. We do things differently, or should I say properly, here. The doctor believes
Oh my
it's just
God.
a case of nerves.
Racist old woman.
Just a case of nerves.
Is that what you believe?
I don't know, and the doctors don't know. No one seems to know anything. All I've been told is that Linda is unwell and that in her stead, I must look after matters. Now, please, I really do not have time to entertain you. You may have the run of the house, but do not break anything, and refrain from mucking about with items that aren't yours. 2 rules Jane seems incapable of following. And before I forget,
The
our
child?
kitchen is
The literal
being
child?
remodeled, so our dining situation is rather unorthodox. I've made arrangements with a local restaurant to deliver meals to us. There should be a programmed number for them on the phone in your room. Feel free to order whatever you'd like.
Can you tell me about Lulu?
Lulu is a very old parrot. She must be over 80 years old.
What?
Please be very careful with
Is that
her,
normal for
especially
parrots?
if you feed her. Parrots
I know
have
some
very
parrots can get
delicate
really old, but I
constitutions.
didn't know they get. I don't think they get that old.
Yeah, like a human lifespan. That's crazy.
I'm
I know
concerned
some
about
get
that
really
thing I
old
saw
though.
outside.
Like
It
that's
was
unsurprising.
purely your
Guilford says that they're
imagination,
fucking
unless you saw a stray dog. But I will not
Oh,
countenance any
have a good
histrionics
lurk,
about this
Ren.
issue. We have enough to worry about.
Hey,
with Linda.
Ren.
And please do not get any ideas about going outside to investigate. I do not want you tracking mud all over this house.
Do you
Oh
know
my
what
God,
the
lady.
password is for the computer in the library?
No, that was
No
my
way she's gonna
brother's
tell you.
toy.
Goodbye.
No, of
The
course not.
pleasure is all
My
mine,
word.
child.
Of course she wouldn't give us the password.
Messing with her plants is probably not a good idea.
Whatever. It's probably the best idea.
Hungry?
Yeah.
Ready for some nummies?
Did you say something, Mrs. Drake?
Not to you, dear.
This is
Okay. We got an insufferable bitch. Great.
Yep.
Doesn't work.
Of course not.
I wanted to play with a hose.
Looks like John Penbelin may have developed some of the plants that are in here himself.
Cool.
Amateur Plant Hybridizers Association of Great Britain. The I don't know. I can't figure out an acronym. Something.
What?
Something with too many consonants.
The AFAGB?
Ah, yes. Illustrious
I
organization.
wonder if it would actually be the AFAGUC, because it should be the UK instead of just Britain.
True.
And they just shortened it to the GUC.
The Guck. Prestigious award, the Guck.
It's the PGUC. Okay. Let's maybe go back upstairs and see if we find that small child, and maybe she'll be able to be all like, I found this little thingy over here. Do you want to see the thingy? And I'll be like, yes, small child.
Guess she's not in her room.
Alright.
They're never in their rooms when you need them to be.
Never. Ooh, we're in.
Hi, you must be Nancy.
Oh
I'm
my God.
so pleased you're here. I'm Jane. I know you've come.
What
to
a
visit my
horrifically
stepmom, but I'd
ugly
love it if you could
child.
Pop by whenever you get the
Why is her
chance.
head so big?
Oh, we'll have such fun. Let's play a game.
She has
Can I
humongous
suggest a
hands.
late-term abortion?
Excuse me, small child. Do you mind putting your face in that pillow there, and then just I'm gonna just
it's like-
shove it further.
It's the
in.
quiet game, kiddo.
It's like, excuse me, I found the Blackmoor beast. Found it.
I've never been one for eugenics, but I'm starting to believe.
Let's play a game, I guess.
Sure, Jane. What would you like to play?
Let's play this card game I found in your room. Actually, it's Bridget's room. I mean, it used to
Forever
be her room.
and
I mean, she
ever.
died like 300 years ago. You can see a painting of her in the Great Hall. She's the one with the telescope. Okay, so you have to match up a pair of constellations. I made all the matches in 25 tries. Try to beat my record.
Okay.
Oh, God, I read that
Nailed
wrong at
it.
first.
Beautifully
Scrotum.
done. I didn't see it, so that sucks for you. Oh, they're just constellations.
Yeah. Ah, shit, I saw this one a second ago. Nope.
I wish there was bottom left, or bottom right. I wish there was more of a method to your fucking madness, because I can barely remember where you've been looking now. Oh, Corvus, isn't that 2 down?
Ooh, nice.
Gruss, was that the one we've already seen, or is that?
I think I already...
Is it to the right one?
Nope.
Never mind. Sorry.
You're good. Telescopium we have seen. It was, I think, third
Above
bottom.
Cassiopeia? No. Yeah, maybe third bottom.
Yep.
Don't listen to me. I don't remember. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Columbia we have seen. Was that top corner? Columba?
Was.
Yeah, there we go.
Damn.
This is my job. I gotta be good at it. Wait, which one did we just do? Crater. Oh, that was where we first discovered Crater, though.
Mm.
Unless it was next to Scutum on the right-hand side.
Over here?
The far right.
I was
far
thinking
right,
right
far
above-
right, far right above.
Right above Cassiopeia.
Above? Oh, this one.
No, Oh, that was Muska.
Well, that was Muska, which I think is to the. Is that the one that's to
Is
the
that the bottom
left
left
of
corner?
Scudam? It's somewhere in that area, yeah.
Okay, click that one. The one that you're. Cygnus is above Scudam. I can't remember where though. No, top between one more up, one more up. Oh fuck! Is it the one below?
Bruce.
It's Crater.
Shit, where
What's
did we
bottom
see...
left?
Muska.
Which is above Cassiopeia.
Yeah.
What's above that?
Corona.
Corona, which is above Corvus.
Nice.
What's next to Columba in the top corner?
Crater.
That's Crater. Yeah, that's where it is. What's between Corvus and Crater? Oh, we haven't seen that one yet. So that might be between Corvus and Scudam 2 down. Because I don't think we've unlocked that.
This one?
That one or the one, like, in that corner, we haven't discovered that yet.
What's between
Go one
Corvus
down.
and Telescopium?
Oh, fuck you,
Ooh.
game.
This is Gruss.
There's the other Gruss. Okay. Gruss should be there?
Yeah, that's the one. Yep, that's it. What's
Next
above
to it?
That one. Oh, that's over 2 to the right.
No, it's not. That's Lyra.
It's not? Oh, okay.
No, it's not. Yeah, just do that one.
Yep.
Yep, there you go.
You beat my score. Felicitations.
That was
Oh,
fun.
ew.
Felicitations,
I'd like to
everyone.
ask you some questions.
Sure, what do you want to know? About Mummy?
I'll be right back.
I mean, Linda.
Okay.
I do
Go to the
hope
little
you'll
streamer's
help.
room.
She's been a bit
Do
out of
it.
sorts lately.
Do you know why? No. When did she start getting sick?
When did she start getting sick?
I was playing in Mummy's room when she wasn't there, and when I looked up, there was a lady all dressed in black putting something on Mummy's nightstand.
It's very strange.
Yeah. She left something?
The woman left something?
The lady put a note on Mummy's nightstand, but I didn't read it. That's when Mummy started feeling poorly. I don't want to think about that. Let's play a game. It will cheer me up.
All right.
Sure. What would you like to play?
Look inside the chest over there and pick a game. My great aunt said it's a hope chest, so I put my games in there in the hope someone would come over to play. We can play Bull, Constellation Match, Petroglyph Punch, Skull and Bones, and I also have a jigsaw puzzle.
You sure have a lot of games.
I love games. I want to make computer games when I grow up.
Oh, shit. It's Allie.
What? Excuse you?
The child wants to make video games when she grows up.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
Can I try the
I was
jigsaw
gonna be
puzzle?
mad.
Let's see how quick your reflexes are. I'll time you.
Oh, God. Don't time me.
A timed jigsaw puzzle. Way to take all the
It's
fun out of
20
jigsaw
pieces,
puzzles.
Right-click pieces to
On
rotate.
your mark, get set, go!
What image am I supposed
Box
to
isn't even open.
there we go.
Oh.
Oh
yeah.
God! Of course, it's abstract art too.
Go for the face pieces first, Sniff.
Okay.
Oh, she gave you 5 minutes. Oh, that's plenty of time.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to like move some shit out of the way first.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
Well, I think the... Wait, why is this 50 Shades of Ugly?
No. I don't think any of these face pieces.
Actually, that one's
match
upside
up.
down.
4
That one
minutes.
right there, that's upside down.
This one?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
you're right. No. No.
No. Let's... Here. I'm gonna just make An educated guess. Is there one that we have that's bottom right corner? That piece in the bottom right corner? No. Like of the screen.
Oh.
Of the screen. Put that on top of
Oh, that was it
that
right
one.
there, right?
Correct. That's a face. Done.
It does not like lumping them together. Okay.
Oh.
It's not gonna lump them together.
Yep.
No, cause that's a bottom piece. Like that's a frame piece.
Yeah.
I feel like that goes in that bottom corner right there.
Yeah,
And the
I
reason
agree.
why is put that in the top corner. The reason why is because I feel like I saw
3
something with an
minutes.
edge peach that had ears.
Mm.
What if you put that in the other top corner? Like upside down. That would be a bottom corner again, because it's a flat piece.
Hmm.
I wish this wasn't
There we
timed.
go.
There you go, buddy. No, I hate that it's timed.
Yeah, that kind of sucks, but I'm not a fan of time. But nope. Is this it?
2 minutes.
Shut the hell up.
Oh, fuck you, kid. There you go.
No. Close, but no cigar.
No, because that would need to be flat at the bottom, right?
like that. Yep.
Nice.
There we
Yeah, that's good.
go.
Stuff.
That'll probably be a side piece considering how skinny it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be it.
Right there.
That's, yeah.
There it is.
There's the ear I was talking about.
Nope.
That'll be a top piece because it's wider than it is flat.
Nope. Right there.
Yep.
Right there.
Good
One more at the
shit.
bottom, Sniff. Flip that upside down. There you go.
There you go. Nope.
There you go.
God damn it. Nope. There we go.
1 minute.
Other side.
Shut up. You
Do either of you do a lot of jigsaw puzzles?
hell no.
I used to. Others. No, that'll be the other side,
yeah.
Sniff.
Boop.
Other down. The red should go down. Oh, okay, we're up. Flip it upside down.
There.
You rock.
Holy shit, we did that.
You rock.
Go. Hi, Rumo.
We are, in
welcome
fact, so
oh,
cool,
shit.
kid.
Here, I gotta. Okay.
Oh boy, here we go.
Idiot, I have a joke for you. What do you
Ready.
call a potato that has turned to the dark side? A Darth
What's that?
Tater. Funny joke.
I like that.
You like that as a bit, Redeem? I do a Yoda impression and tell a terrible joke.
That was a really good Yoda. Yeah.
Thank you. I feel
Like how
Alex
aggressive
just
Yoda
left
got
the
at the end
room.
of it also.
Do
No,
what?
I'm here.
Was that?
What'd you say, video?
Well, I was saying I liked how aggressive Yoda got at the end of the joke.
Yeah, he's got
So
it.
Yoda was getting angrier and angrier.
Funny jokes.
Heads up, everybody. We got ads in 30 seconds. Figure it out.
Yeah, get good.
Yeah, figure it out. Either sit through ads or sub. I don't care what you do. Have you seen anything strange outside? Do you want to play a game? Do you think there's a treasure hidden around here? Ooh, okay. I'll take ads over the girl yelling at me.
Have you ever seen anything strange
Who is
outside?
yelling at
Once
you?
I saw my Uncle Roger's toupee fly off during a windstorm. Talk about freaky.
Damn, this girl's got jokes.
I mean, have you seen a strange animal outside?
No, but I have heard weird noises like this. Howling. But not like a dog howling.
Oh, the
more
kid
like
during the puzzle.
something
Okay.
Human. I don't want to think about that. It's scary enough having to live in this gloomy place.
Do you think there's a treasure hidden around here?
I highly doubt it. I mean, if there were, wouldn't someone have already found it? When I asked Ethel about it, she said that it's the Penville name and heritage that should be treasured. Blech.
Sounds like the greenhouse lady.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you want to play a game?
No, I don't want to.
Hmm.
God damn it.
Sniff, why do you keep doing this to us?
I didn't mean to. Look, the arrow doesn't actually line up with the bottom answer, and so it.
Scroll down and click psych.
Yeah.
You want to play a game with me? Psych.
Let's go, I guess, with what's a game of bull?
Up for a game of bull?
Cool. It's really easy to play.
Oh,
You roll the
shit.
corn and move your warrior the number of dots on the
It's a
corn.
slot machine.
If no dots, then you get to move 5 spaces. You get 2 turns, but you can pass on your second turn. You just keep on going down this track, and you can capture my person if you land on him. Whoever gets all the warriors wins. I'll be blue.
God.
Here we go.
The hell is this game?
You
You gotta roll the corn.
Yeah, let's see. Roll. So I move 3 spaces and I get 2 turns. If I roll again, odds are she'll take my warrior. So I'm going to pass this turn.
I pass.
She rolled
Pass.
a 2. She'll... Shit, she's going to take my warrior then.
Well, you have to do your first turn no matter what.
Yeah, I know. I just have to make sure I roll below a fucking... If I roll a 1, that'd be great, but I'm probably about to roll like a fucking 8. Oh, shit. And then just roll again.
You can go.
Oh, you have to actually, like, land...
Pass.
You have to land dead on.
I see.
So will your character move backwards now?
It just cycles.
Flip around.
Okay.
Cool.
That's interesting.
I pass.
2, 3. And then if I...
Your turn.
Alright, so I need to roll a 3 to catch her.
Big bucks,
or I
no
just
whammies.
need- Oh, fuck off.
Damn, whammies.
Let's see if I get a 1. Oh!
No.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Suck it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll pass this
I
one.
pass.
Pass.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's about to... Actually, I'm going to roll again.
Your turn.
She's going to roll a 4. She rolled 5.
Pass.
It's gonna be a long fucking game, Sniff.
Yeah, the game of chance.
And it's
here
for
is-
nothing also.
Yeah, I know. We didn't have to do this yet. I feel like we would have eventually had to play this, but now
Oh, for sure.
we're going to have
You've
to play
doomed us
this
to a
again.
Oh, they-
fate.
I didn't mean to, damn it. It's not my
But you
fault.
did
they
it.
made
That's all that matters.
Me.
So this isn't something that's just like totally optional? Like it'll eventually come up?
I feel like we would
Sometimes it does, sometimes it
eventually-
doesn't.
Yeah.
Not all the
Pass.
games are mandatory, but this one probably is based on the way that it's so complicated and stupid.
Let's see if I roll.
Thank you, Nancy.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'll be right up her. If I get none, then I get 5 and I'll take her. Fuck it. Okay.
You can go.
She's going to roll 2.
Ha!
Have we
Nancy
captured any
just
of
yelled,
hers?
Fuck.
Your turn.
Your turn.
I'm going to get a 3. Give me a 1.
You can
That's
go.
not a...
That's not what you wanted.
Pass.
Bold of you to assume a Nancy game would actually
I
give you what you
pass.
asked for.
Your
Give
turn.
me a 3. That's a 1. Give me a 2. Thank you.
All right.
Nice.
Beautifully done.
Cool. Give me another one. Oh, it's a
Your
little too
turn.
close. It's a 1. 1.
Your
Give
turn.
me. All right, give me that 4. Give me that 3. That's
You can go.
butthole. Fine.
Pass.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass
I
again.
pass.
Pass.
Killing me, kid. Shit. Fuck it. Let's
You're
see if we
gonna
can
have to
get that
go.
4.
For it. Do it.
You can
She's
go.
about to roll a 2.
Ah, shit.
Oh, she rolled a 3.
Pass.
Fucking idiot.
And back around we go, baby.
Your turn.
Your turn.
Give me a 2. That's not a 2. Give me.
This is like someone watching
Your
someone at the
turn.
slots beg for
Yeah.
like.
Pass.
I'm
Nancy
watching you
Drew, brought
beg
to you
at the
by
slots right now.
Stake.com.
All right.
Oh
here we go.
God.
Give me that 4. That's a 3.
Your turn.
He's about to get a 1. Oh.
Pass.
Roll.
You could see XQC somehow losing thousands of dollars playing this,
Your
right?
turn.
Absolutely. Welcome to Kick, everyone.
You can
Yeah.
go.
All right, I bet I can get this too. Yes.
Gotcha.
GG. Oh,
Wait, did I not get?
wait, what happened?
Yeah, what? I thought it was supposed
You
to
have
be.
to get
Yes,
everyone?
one more.
I thought she said 3.
Yeah, how'd she get a new player?
Your turn.
Or is? Oh shit! I wonder if
Pass.
like the captured one counts as a.
Oh god, it could be a potentially infinite game of
All
bull.
right, 3. Come on.
You can go.
Oh,
Oh,
go shit in your hand.
Your turn.
You
Give
can
me,
go.
give me a 2. Come on. Yes.
Gotcha.
yeah.
I win.
You're so good. Give
Yeah,
me
it's-
another try.
No.
For another try.
All right, here we go.
Come on, one more
Password.
round.
Tell me about the
No.
password.
Do you know what the password is for the computer in the library?
Yes, but I won't tell. Not unless you beat me at Skull and Bones. My friend.
Oh
Hugh
my
did
God,
this for
Sniff.
me. It's like Go Fish, but you have to
I'm
collect
gonna
I'm so happy
cry.
right now.
things like
I'm so
zombies
happy.
and ghosts.
You're
You
so
go
happy right
first.
now.
Oh, this is so funny. I'm sorry.
It's like go
Welcome
fish.
You're like,
Sure.
finally,
with ghosts.
finally, no more bullshit mini games. Back to the
Do you
game,
have
and
any
then it's
haunted
like, nope,
houses?
more.
Here you go.
This is literally every Nancy game, unfortunately.
Oh, that was so
And
funny.
Sniff loves to explore, which means we always
Do you
get caught
have
up
any
doing these like
haunted
mini games.
Go dig.
Oh,
And
you
next
gotta
thing we
fully
know,
explore,
we're like
yeah.
done the
Witches,
mini game. We're like,
please.
oh,
Afraid
freedom from the
not.
mini games. Jokes on us every single time.
Yeah.
Do you have any zombies?
Dig. Do you have any coffins?
You're going to have to go
Oh, it is just
dig.
straight up go fish.
Yeah.
It is
Oh,
straight
go
up go
dig.
fish.
I don't understand. Okay, fuck it.
Do you
I used to
have
play
any
Go Fish all the
bats?
time.
Nada.
You guys ever play
Do you have any spiders?
Spy
Go
Fox
dig.
back in the day?
Oh, Vidiot, I used to do the humongous games on stream with a bunch of alcohol.
Ooh, that sounds like a great time.
Do you have any
You can get them
zombies?
for
Go
really good
dig.
sale in
Do
Steam.
you have any spiders?
You're going to
Okay.
have to go dig.
And we would get drunk, put a wheel of the games up,
Do
and
you have
like,
any skulls?
Here you go.
or at least like
Got a
not
match.
fully drunk, but I'd have some soju,
Right, okay.
your alcohol of choice, at least, and then just like whichever one would come
have
up,
any
whether it's like
tombstones?
Freddy
Here you go.
Fish or Spy Fox,
My boy Putt Putt.
Putt Putt.
Putt Putt Saves the Zoo was my jam when I was a child.
Yeah, Pajama Sam.
Oh yeah, no need to hide when it's dark
Do you have
outside.
any witches?
Exactly.
Case of the Missing Kelp Seeds with Freddy Fish and Luther. Come on.
Yeah, I still have a
Shit
few that I haven't
rules.
like played on stream yet,
Do you have any
Okay.
haunted houses?
Nada.
but like I haven't done that
Do
in
you
a
I'm
have
pretty
while.
any-
sure-
How many ghosts?
I think Humongous
Afraid not.
Entertainment was actually an offshoot of LucasArts.
Was
Oh, I
it?
didn't know
I think it
that.
was. I think so. I think
Do you have any
LucasArts made a little
bones?
thing to
Nada.
come up with
That's
point and
a
clicks for
match.
like a
Your
younger
witches,
audience.
Please?
All yours. A match? You're doing great.
Have I always been giving George
Do you
Lucas
have
my
any
money?
coffins?
Get out your shovel.
It's unavoidable.
I was gonna say it was always gonna happen.
Do you have any bats?
Go dig.
Yeah, it was
Do you
founded by
have
Ron
any
Gilbert.
coffins?
Go dig.
She's got ghosts. I know that.
Do you have any ghosts?
Here you go.
I got a match.
This is actually kind of nice that I don't have to,
Go
to yell at you for one.
Do you have any zombies?
All yours. A
Fine.
match? You're doing great.
Do you have
Oh, it
any
was not an offshoot of
spiders?
All
LucasArts.
yours.
Never mind.
You got
Okay.
a match. Good for you.
They just had a bunch of people from
Do you have any
LucasArts go
coffins?
work there.
Sorry.
That makes sense.
Do you have any tombstones?
Here you go.
I got a match.
You got any bones?
Do you have any bones?
Go dig.
I got a match.
Okay, she can't take
Do
my
you have any
bats.
coffins?
You're going to have to go dig.
She's got to have gotten bones by this point.
Do you have any bones?
Here you go.
Do you have any bones?
And do you have any
Go
again?
dig.
There's a coffin.
Do you have any coffins?
There.
All yours. A match? You're doing great.
Any bones?
I win.
All right, cool.
You won. Good job. Okay, the
Wait,
password
you
for my grandfather's
won?
computer is on his coat of
Yeah.
arms, plain as day.
Oh, it's on the coat of
damn.
arms?
He
Yeah.
rewarded you with another puzzle.
Are you fucking
Damn.
kidding me, kid? This is why I don't like children.
The lady in black you saw in Linda's room. Did she look like anyone you know?
Like I said before, I couldn't really see her face, but she was kind of dressed like the lady in the Great Hall.
Which lady?
Eleanor. I know it sounds weird, that's why I didn't want to tell anyone. It's too creepy. Sometimes I wonder if I just dreamed it all up. Mrs. Drake is always saying I have a rampant imagination.
Not a rampant.
I should get going.
Rampant
Au revoir.
imagination. I'm but a poor Victorian child.
I totally love that show. Isn't Brady Armstrong so dreamy? Total hottie.
Ew.
You're a child, and I'm not going to talk to
I
you.
don't want to talk about that with a kid.
That was
What's
half the
deal-
budget right there animating
I
that.
was gonna say, hey,
Just kidding.
what's the deal with airplane food? Yuck, 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 yuck.
We love you, Jerry Seinfeld.
So stupid.
Looks like you're learning some interesting stuff.
Bet you wouldn't say that if you were the one who had to learn it.
Yes, you would. Nancy's a fucking nerd.
Regular lessons from
Shots
6
fired.
to 2. Blech. Gravity and the weight of objects. Winter star constellations. Northern hemisphere.
Why does that tune that she keeps humming seem important? Like, you know what I mean? Where it's like,
Big
it's
call.
not, it
Yeah.
feels very purposeful.
You had a
Remember that for when you
guinea
find a piano.
Yes, but it died.
pig? When?
I don't know. I'd really rather not think about it, all right?
Oh, God.
Why not? Guinea pigs
Nancy,
are terrible.
this-
She doesn't want to
Are
think
they?
about the thing that she's framed and displayed prominently in her room.
Yeah.
Why
It's
would you
there to
ask?
be remembered
Nigel
by,
gave
not
that
for
to
her
me
to
when I was in
actively
the
think
library
about it.
once. I think he was hoping it would scare me, but it didn't. I'm too smart to believe in that sort of stuff.
Are
Give me
you?
one page, and they
You
open it. It just
really?
says none of them are real.
You're smart?
Werewolves.
And why'd I kick your ass at every game?
Yeah, right. Since ancient times, the cunning savagery of wolves has both terrified and awed the humans with whom they came into contact, and thus began the affair known as furries.
Is this from the writers of Granny? Of Granny and the Pregnant
for
Rock
sure.
Lady?
Very well be.
Oh, for sure.
Excellent.
So I have a feeling we're going to be dealing with werewolf lore this whole time.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Is that the werewolf?
The reason.
You know what the Nancy
guy in
Did
the right,
games
the
need to be? Hornier.
Is that unpaid intern they've taken a picture of on the right? The werewolf?
Could be.
Oh, they love to add weird pictures of real people in their games. And
Yeah.
Sniff and I like to make fun of them.
Yeah, such as Jaylena's cousin daughter.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. I set you up for that.
An introduction to runes. Runes are a set of symbols that came from Britain away, immigrated the country. They were used throughout Northern Europe during the Dark Ages, which lasted around 500 AD to 1500. Because these symbols were used for writing, among other things, they can be termed an alphabet. The original runic alphabet was made up of 24 symbols and is known as the Elder Futhark. The first 6 runes spell out the word Futhark. Cool.
You should have swapped them around a little bit then, because Futhark is nothing. What is that?
The runes were comprised of straight lines so that they could be easily cut into wood or stone.
Oh
The
boy.
Elder Futhark is divided into 3 Aetir or groups of 8. Freya's Aet. Oh shit. Flip that.
Futhark sounds like the deity for a fake cult. Like, hail Futhark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a Futhark for him. Pat's friend.
Pants grab?
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
there it is.
front? Yeah, dude.
You gotta get one Pat's front in at least.
Sniff, I think I know all your bits now. I think I just know them all.
You think you know
by
these
heart.
bits? Feel these nipples.
Feel these nipples. Okay.
Each rune not only represents a letter, but an object or being as well. As a result, each rune is associated with specific characteristics or events. For example, this is called
Otai.
Othala. And not only represents the letter O, it also means ancestral property, which can connote.
Connote?
Yeah, I think it's
Connote.
Connote.
Home.
The connotation?
Yeah. Everything that is important to someone's security, support, experience, etc. Because each rune has an intrinsic meaning, people in the Dark Ages would sometimes randomly choose a series of runes, i.e. draw them from a bag or cast them on the ground, and try to tell the future from the juxtaposition. I've never actually seen the word juxtaposition spelled out, of their meaning.
Really?
Yeah.
It really is just like taking the bag of letters from Scrabble and throwing them on the ground and then telling people you know the future.
Yeah.
I used that
That's
to
wild.
make cakes for Lulu the parrot. That's why the ingredients are so nasty. Like, I would eat mealworms. Aren't you glad we don't have to use
salami?
that thing to cook our food?
Oh my god, is it an easy bake oven?
What happened to it?
That's boxed salami.
I happened to it, but it was Ethel's fault. She inspired me to study the oxidation rates of different kinds of cookie doughs. Only my snickerdoodle experiment got away from me.
Right.
Do you mind if I make something?
Go right ahead.
Mixed beans and salami. Oh, God.
I'll put that back.
Mealworms?
We're gonna have to make a very specific recipe later, aren't we?
What are you, mixed nuts? No thanks. Oh shit.
Do you mind if I make something?
God damn it.
Do you mind if I make something?
Go right ahead.
Cool. We're gonna
Nancy, we don't have the recipe yet.
What are you? Avocado.
Crackers, mealworms, avocado. Throw that shit in the oven.
Cocoa Kringle. We found the Kringle.
Yeah. Where's the Krollmeister? That's how you know it's a real
Wait, what do
Nancy
you mean?
game.
What's the Kringle thing?
Every game there's a Cocoa Kringle chocolate bar, and then there's something made by a company called Krollmeister. Like clockwork.
If this blows up and we die.
That would be really funny, though.
Ew.
Hear me out. That'd be really funny, though, Sniff.
It would be.
We died on a boat last game. That's why. Like, we took a boat out to
die in
sea.
this?
That's my mom.
The game
my
actively
real
tries to
mom.
kill you at
She's
the
an
end.
opera singer.
Oh.
It's not like she's famous or anything, but she does
Every game, the end villain tries to murder Nancy.
Whoa.
I didn't know Nancy was in adventures of that caliber.
Hell yeah.
Murders
You
and
don't
things.
think so, and
What is
then
this book?
next thing you
Don't
know,
know really. Ethel gave
Next
it
thing you know,
to
you're
me.
dead on a
She
boat.
said it belonged to my grandfather. Do you think Brady Armstrong is cute?
I told you before, kid. I'm not gonna get into it with you about about Brady fucking Armstrong.
I don't give a shit about Brady fucking Armstrong, kid.
If you go back 2 pages, I think that was Bloodborne concept art. Right there on the right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think all of that is in Bloodborne. That's a Breedis in the top left.
Daughter of the cosmos, my ass.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Is that man trying to put those demons into that hourglass?
That's where most.
I'm not good
demons
at reading these things.
Well, this is them obviously first time making pizza.
Yeah.
Anything else I can touch? No. Okay. Madam Butterfly.
Gilfer, are you talking about Count Duloc? Or Count Farquaad? Lord Farquaad, even? I should say.
Lord
I should know this better
Farquaad.
because we did just play a D&D game based on Shrek.
Lord Farquaad.
What? A D&D Shrek?
He huffed and he puffed and he signed an eviction order.
Yeah, I run D&D on my channel sometimes, and then I invited Sniff in to do a
Okay,
one-shot.
you guys- That's very cool. So did anybody play as Shrek, or it was just like in the world
No,
of
it
Shrek?
was like set in the world, kind of adjacently, because I didn't
Okay.
want them to figure out that I'd Shrek'd them.
Oh.
We got secretly Shrek'd.
You got secretly Shrek'd, so then halfway through the adventure, I'm like, so you find this ogre in the middle of the swamp, and they're like, duh.
I was Rumpelstiltskin.
You were Rumpelstiltskin. You were
Ooh,
great
interesting.
Rumpelstiltskin.
Were you flying around on a spoon? It's a
No.
weird story. Rumpelstiltskin.
Nah, I didn't do anything like that. I was a warlock.
Oh,
That-
okay.
I was basically I was kind of like this like old former detective sort of Rumpelstiltskin,
Officer Stiltskin.
who was most of the time was asking people what his name was just because he sometimes forgot.
Oh, okay.
I talked a lot like this, and I was like, what was my name again? I forgot. As the moon rises upon thee, fear not, but draw upon the strength of absent friends, and toast to their memories in happiness and wonder. I have a great limerick for a toast. Are you guys ready? Okay.
Ready.
Yep, okay.
A toast to bread, for without bread there would be no toast. The end.
I love you.
Like it. Wait, that was a limerick?
It's not an actual limerick. No, it's just
No.
It was just always the setup of
Okay.
it. It's just.
Oh.
It was just a really stupid old. That's an old Ren Fair joke that we used to do sometimes because like the couple of the music groups, like they were responsible for doing a couple of pub shows which were more like asterisk shows, which meant they were more for adults, and so they would come up with limericks, and then to try to fill some time every once in a while they would do like a toast, and it was like a kind of a pun thing like I just did with without bread there would be no toast. And sometimes, and that was just the one I would keep in my back pocket because every once in a while, like if they happened to see one of us just kind of walking the street a little bit, and they wanted to pull us in on one of their bits, they would be like, "Provide us a toast, good sir," and then I'd come in and just say, "A toast to toast or to bread. For that bread, there would be no toast."
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
My other stupid joke I would do is when there were people that were either like pushing babies in a stroller or there were people in wheelchairs, I'd be like, "Oh, you shouldn't let them push you around like that."
Oh, that's pretty good too, yeah.
Such a dork. I love you. This is why we're friends.
Let's go give Lulu a.
So- You gone back to the Ren Fair?
Yeah.
Like recently?
Oh, no. We went this past. We went this past year. We're probably not gonna go back though. Mostly just because like a lot of our old friends that we worked with and were still there. A lot of them have kind of already parted from there.
Okay.
So it's just like, it's a great experience. Don't get me wrong. I just like, when it's been kind of our thing that we've gone to do for the last like 3 or 4 years, it's just kind of like, well, maybe we'll come back another time.
Yeah.
Because it is a cool experience to go to. But
Yeah, I think I've only been to a Renaissance fair like one time. But yeah, it was cool. I was a little too
Never
young to
been.
really appreciate it.
yeah,
They look like so much fun.
Yeah.
it is.
I want to show up
cool.
dressed like Spock, just annoy everybody.
Yeah, we would do.
There's a
years.
group of people who do that though.
Really?
Like,
Well,
yeah,
a lot of
there's a
Ren
group
fairs
of
will
people.
do like a themed weekend.
I wouldn't
and so,
actually do
like,
it.
We would do one weekend called Time Travelers Weekend, and that's usually where we had like, that was almost like the Comic-Con event. Like that's when people would dress up as like Star Trek people or Rick and Morty or literally whatever. Like that's when it kind of turned into a Comic-Con, was on Time Traveler Weekend.
Okay.
I know that there's
Time
like
Traveler
a
Weekend.
specific group though that goes to like Ren fairs, and then does the bit of like, we can't interfere, so we're just here as observers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the primary
The prime directive.
Yeah, prime direct. God, I need to watch more Star Trek.
We
Rusty.
Yeah, actually, during Time Traveler Weekend, that was usually where we had this local. I say local. I think they were based out of Lancaster, which was the closest like larger city to the PA Ren Fair, and I forget what the hell they were called, but essentially they kind of like they were like they did like a Jedi demonstration, so they kind of like they would do lightsaber demonstrations. They were okay at best. They were also terrible to share stage space with. They all just were really shitty, honestly. Anyway, one of the funniest moments though was because my wife was one of the stunt coordinators, I was usually over at that. I would go by that stage just to kind of like go and see her for a minute during the day, and they were sharing that space with those Jedi people, and our buddy Matt goes, I'm helping him with something, and one of the Jedi guys just goes, "Where's my squire? I can't be robed without my squire." And my buddy Matt just goes, "They're called Padawans, you dweeb."
Oh man.
I just loved the correcting the nerd the nerd
Yeah, the nerd who's dressed up on the stage. Yeah.
Hold a Padawan.
Dweeb's underrated.
All right.
He's right though.
He was right.
That guy's in costume and he
What's
doesn't
that
know that.
supposed to
Come on
mean?
now.
Everyone's sleeping. Go to your room and set your clock.
What time do most people get up around here?
6 a.m. 6 a.m. Set your clock
Ew.
for 6 a.m. Sweet dreams.
Oh, okay. I guess here. Do you want this?
Say goodnight, Gracie.
The parrot said it's bedtime.
Good night, Gracie.
Yeah. Say good night, Gracie. Who the fuck is Gracie? Also, I didn't realize what time. Oh my god.
Isn't the kid Gracie?
I truly don't even know. I have honestly paid the least amount of attention to the story going on in this.
Oh, good.
I'm
We're gonna be
not
in
even-
so much trouble next week.
I apologize.
That is not your fault. That is that is a normal problem we have here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've given this story like the least amount of. Here, we have a case journal. We can read all of that.
Nice.
That's gonna be your job, buddy.
Hell no, it ain't. Because I'm a senior detective, I don't need a task list.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you know damn well you do, sir.
Nah, Nancy keeps it real.
Yeah, we keep it real.
You keep it real dumb, that means. Holy shit, we're in so much trouble. Oh, boy.
It's only 10:15 and everybody's gone to bed. What fucking squares?
I mean, yeah, we've got a lady
Yeah.
who won't leave her bed, an old lady that takes care of the garden, and then a literal child. And also a dweeb.
And she's terrible at board games. She loses all of them.
Yeah.
What is
What
that?
the fuck is happening?
Yeah, that's not alarming. In the middle of the night. At first, I thought it was a barbershop quartet.
I thought
maybe
so
I
too. I
should
thought somebody was
look
playing
around.
thought somebody was playing a shitty record.
Something from the 1920s. Oh, damn, dude. It's Super Mario style ghosts.
One of my favorite fact about Japanese.
What's that?
What's that?
The ghosts in Super Mario. You know what their names are in Japanese?
What?
No.
Teresa.
What?
Wait, the boos are called Teresa in
Their
Japan?
names are literally called Teresa.
Damn.
Isn't that great?
Well, I'm calling Boo Teresa from now on.
Because I used to fight with my kids about this. They'd be like, "No, Allie teacher, it's not. It's what are you saying? Like, that's not the name of that video game." I'd be like, "Cool, what's it in your language?" And they'd be like, "That's Teresa." I'm like, "That's fucking dumb. I hate to break it to you guys."
They call Chain Chomp Brad.
Right?
Oh shit!
Oh, is that the child?
Did you actually just get eaten?
Yeah.
You.
It was the Nancy
Piece of
child.
work.
I love
Piece of work.
finding
How the hell
the.
did you do
I love finding the moments that.
You really said we're gonna just get our kills real fast here.
I was watching that whole thing and I still don't know how you did that.
I clicked on the.
You just gotta
plant.
get too close.
I'd say you just got close and clicked on it, and then
Yeah, I got next.
Nancy
to it.
was like, "Yeah, let me practice my dive."
Yeah,
And
she's a
went
hell.
right in there. Head. I mean, yeah.
Oh shit!
Yikes! Maybe I should try feeding it something.
Oh my god. Oh wait, maybe I can feed it a. Want that?
The abomination brick.
Yeah. Yeah,
No, it's
really-
gonna be a specific recipe.
Yeah. What a hater. Alright.
Well, it's not like you cooked for it, okay?
Alright.
Messing with her plants is probably
Oh
not
shit.
a good idea.
Pills. Shut up. Look at the pills. Benazolin. Letitia Drake. 1 tablet every 6 hours as needed for allergy symptoms. May cause drowsiness. Do not drive or operate heavy machinery while taking this drug. I'm pretty sure.
I know
we've
what we're
just-
using that for.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I was gonna say, I feel like I know what might be up with what's her face in the bed.
That too, but I also think we're using it on the plants.
She's getting OD'd on allergy meds.
Oh damn.
We've seen less sinister things in one of these games. That sounds about right.
Yeah. Bird.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Useless.
Bird is useless.
I need the key.
Why is this lit up?
She's probably sleeping.
That bird to keep it down
She's
too.
probably sleeping.
You would think the bird has
Oh,
to keep it
first-
down, but no.
Bling.
Oh,
Ling, hell
is that
yeah.
your phone?
No, it's. What the fuck?
Oh,
we need
shit.
to-
Hold on. Go back down.
Is this the little girl's song?
No. This is the stairs when you were walking up. So go all the way back down to the bottom.
Okay, we got bling.
Hold on. Because I'm gonna write this down as soon as I remember where my fucking notepad is.
Got plin plin plon.
What is this? Mashal?
Whoop.
Bling?
That's the sound.
Bling.
Whoop.
Bling whoop.
Whoop.
Wah.
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 Blooding.
Blooding.
Whoop.
Whoop.
Wah.
Wah.
Bang.
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 And that's it. So.
Okay, so what was A again? Whoop. B is bling.
C is
C
blooding.
is blooding.
D is wah.
D is wah. And then
E is bang.
E is bang. That's all we need because we didn't get the other two.
Yeah.
So then it would be. Put that back down.
What?
No, G is still pulled. Isn't it?
No, it's no. It
Okay.
resets itself.
So it's B. Did B play twice or did you play the sound twice?
I just played the sound.
Played the sound twice.
Okay, so then A, B, C, A, D, A, C,
C.
C, and then double E.
Ruh-roh.
What if it?
By the way, who builds this kind of musical staircase in their house?
Oh shit!
What is this for?
Guilford dropped us a clip.
Oh shit, hold on, I'll go grab that.
We can
Wait, where?
In the chat.
Oh, there it is.
The generated title for that clip is pretty ridiculous.
Oh shit!
Oh, is that the child?
Did you actually just get eaten?
Yeah.
Oh, it's you dying. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's-
You.
That was a Nancy child.
I love. finding-
Hold on, Steph. We're
I
gonna
love
do
finding
the
moments.
process of that again because I want a
watching
new
that whole thing, and I
I want
still
a
don't
new
know how you
pad
did
for
that.
that. Like so, A was
You just gotta get too
A.
close.
So A was what?
Whoop.
B,
Bling.
C,
Blooding.
Lading. D is whoop. Wah.
Ah.
E is bang.
Yep.
Oh my god, hold on. F is
Steel.
Steam. And G
Weird one.
is TikTok. Got it. So
Welcome
that's all.
To Law
saved.
and Order SVU. Ads in 20 seconds, y'all.
Oh, we're quite late, dude. Are you good?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine if we like figure out. I figured.
I don't think
I
we're gonna
figured-
figure this out
Okay.
until.
Yeah, I think we need to figure out what F and G are. Like, where do they fall
Yeah.
in the?
Oh, you think there's
think-
more pieces to
I
the
think
thing?
Yeah, I think there's
Yeah.
more pieces to this puzzle.
I just had an idea.
What's that?
What if it's backwards? What if it's
Try
from
it.
the top down?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
Might as well.
Can you run down the stairs again just so that I can remember this? So we can just do. So it's E.
Bang, bang,
Bang, bang, bang.
wah.
D. Yep.
Oh, 2 bangs and a wah.
Yeah.
A. Go. C. That's wah, right? So that's D.
Yeah.
A. B. Okay, let's try that. Run us back up, senor.
Hope I haven't just wasted everyone's time.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let's see.
So it's double E.
Okay.
D. A. C. D. A. B. Nothing.
Okay.
Sorry, gang.
No,
That's okay.
always worth it.
No, it's always worth a shot. We've brute forced these by accident a couple of times.
Oh yeah, many times.
Many an occasion. Oh, is that gonna be another stained glass window puzzle?
Doesn't look like
Oh,
it.
good,
This is
no.
close
Thank
we
God.
get to it.
Would that be like rearranging the glass to make the picture?
Or sometimes to make words.
Oof.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm gonna just assume we can go to bed because nothing else happened after. Cool. I think we can kind of go from there.
Call a save.
Yeah. Oh shit. Do you want to snooze the ads? I forgot. Oh, they're in progress. Wow.
Yeah,
Oopsie
they're
poopsies.
almost done.
Yeah. Oopsie poopsies.
Whoopsie daisies.
We'll call this start day 2. Smoked kid at own game at own G. Hell yeah.
An own G. Okay.
Thank you guys for letting me hang out for this. This was a lot of fun.
No.
Oh, absolutely.
We're
Thank
so glad to
for
have
joining
you.
us.
Yeah,
It's been an
this is very
absolute
cool.
pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you ever want to come back, you just let us know.
Sure.
Let me throw in a little some smooth on to transition our way on out for the evening. Let me see who the heck and hey is on Vidiot. If you've got anybody you'd like to recommend for a raid feel
target.
free. And if not, I can take a look and take a looky see. So a lot of folks that I know that I have on my side are all playing fucking either Night Rain, or Clair Obscur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is nobody playing Doom: The Dark Ages?
Right now on my list, no.
I thought that game was going to be a lot bigger.
I can't say I'm super surprised with the Night Rain stuff and how big Clair Obscur got, surprisingly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that Emmanuel Macron came out and like congratulated the studio for Clair Obscur. That was weird.
Yeah. Well, because it's
Imagine
so
you-
painfully French.
Yeah, it is
And I think
aggressive.
if I'm not mistaken, is it a French studio?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it? It's like an offshoot of. They used to work for Ubisoft, right?
Yeah, it's
And
a
then they
lot of
split?
Ubisoft X devs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which,
Yeah,
no,
clearly
good
showing
for
that
them.
Ubisoft not suffering with the creative stuff. That sounds like business people at Ubisoft fucking things up too.
Oh, as per usual.
Per usual. Yep.
Well, we do have Sophie doing art. I have a relatively new person by suggestion of Mr. Destructo, goes by Papa Nurgle. They're playing Night Rain. My friend Envoy is playing the Metroid Prime remaster.
Oh, Envoy OTE?
Yeah.
I got him on my friends list. How do I know him?
Maybe through me.
Maybe.
Who did I only recently realize knows Envoy?
Bacon.
Like Envoy, Bacon. That makes a lot of sense.
Grace is playing Blueprints.
Unsurprising.
Naga's playing games and demos.
Oh yeah, because Steam Next Fest is coming up soon.
Oh, is it? Oh shit! I need to...
Steam Next Fest is soon.
She's... Well, I don't think this is a demo though. She's played this game before, not unless it's a new, like an updated game of this running thing.
Where we go? I got 2 actors for you. Tell me what the movie is.
Shit.
What you got?
Michael Fassbender and Seth Rogen.
Is it that Green Hornet movie?
Nope.
You just want to be Green Hornet because someone got you with Green Hornet last week.
No, it's the only like unfunny Seth Rogen movie I can think of. What's the movie where Seth Rogen plays like this weird foreign Russian man or something, and he makes pickles on the sidewalk?
Oh, yeah. I don't remember what it's called. I know what you're talking about, though.
It's not the one.
Is it that one?
It's like it's something like his ancestor comes to present times, right? And he's playing both of them. And the ancestor made pickles or something. I think that's what that movie's about. I don't know.
It's not Sausage Party, is it?
It's not Sausage Party, no. Live action movie. I'll give you a hint. It's a biopic.
Oh, is it the Steve Jobs movie?
It is the Steve Jobs movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rogen played Wozniak.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I like that game a lot, by the way.
Which
Two
game?
actors in the movie.
Looks like
Two actors in a movie.
Oh,
Looks
the 2 actors in a movie, yeah.
Looks like Sophie's doing like some Pokemon artwork, maybe?
She's probably doing art for her game, or she's making new emotes.
Mm-hmm.
But we can go to Sophie if you want.
Do you have any suggestions?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Why is our normal bitch not on? I know we both have Nordy on our list. They're playing Night Rain.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing that.
Are you guys trying to avoid
playing
Night
Elden
Rain?
Elden's.
No, I'm not trying to avoid Night Rain. I feel bad about raiding in somebody because they're probably in the middle of a run, and
oh, I see.
To just like come in and fucking distract them in the middle of their thing.
Yeah, I did that a couple weeks ago when I went to raid Phoebe Parry Queen. She was in the middle of a boss in Liza P. So I was like, all right, we got to wait to raid until it's done. So I just watched it on my own monitor. I was like, okay, and then we raid now.
Yeah.
Just when it was done.
Oblivion, that's the game I'm thinking of.
Koala?
Speak to me. No, actually, someone you don't know.
Oh.
But someone I raid quite often.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go with them.
We're gonna go see my friend Rhubarb.
If you want to, you can do the raid command if you want.
Oh, that's right, I can do that.
It's
I have power
you,
here.
Make sure you just do the @ symbol for him.
Yeah. No,
while
I was about to spell that wrong.
While she's doing that, Vidiot, thanks for hanging out with us. Dude.
Yeah,
it was lovely to have you on.
It really was. It was lovely to meet you.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was very nice to meet you as well. Thank you guys.
We'll definitely be glad to have you on again. Everyone,
for sure.
Raid messages are above, unless Allie throws out something new.
No, I'm too lazy.
I'm also equally lazy. So we'll just do the regular the regulars there.
The regular schmegular today is just fine.
Give Rhubarb some love. I'll be back on Thursday night with hopefully the Claire Obscure finale. We'll get that wrapped up so I can finally
Vinny,
say
you got
I
anything?
finished a fucking game on this channel.
Hey, you finished plenty of Nancy Drews. Fuck you.
Yeah, Vinny, tell everybody what you got going on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I stream. Well, my schedule's changing now. I'm think it's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So around noon Eastern Standard Time every week.
Oh, you're a daytime streamer.
Yeah, he is.
I am. Yeah. Right up to the evenings.
Heathens.
Yeah. And variety streamer. So play all kinds of stuff. We're doing GTA 5 right now. And that's been a lot of fun. Get ready for 6. Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. You're about to get yeeted.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys over at Rhubarb's. Later, taters.
Bye.
Bye.